second. What?
Oh, here it is. Worth every dollar. Let it all out, man.
There you go.
Yeah, this is something I can take right there. This is the big thing.
Oh my God!
How do they make this more and more epic every time?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Comic Shop Conversations. I just realized, Kyle, is that the first time you saw that intro?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm sorry I didn't warn you. Oh,
yeah, thanks. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I'm on the wrong show. Man, I'm on the wrong show again.
Kyle's like, I'm gone for 2 weeks and this is what happens?
Yeah.
Gosh dang, I don't know if I can sign up for this anymore. Whew, too funny. But yeah, no, I mean, we've seen that guy before, the Star Wars Reacts guy, or when he's reacting to the
I've
trailer.
never seen that. Who is that dude?
He's like a Star Wars shill, but he reacts to all the trailers, and he was like crying during one of the Star Wars trailers. So,
Right there with Kevin Smith.
Did he get punched in the face? What was that red mark, or was that like an AIDS blister on his face? What was that?
oh no, God. I'm not sure what that was, but all I knew is that I asked him to review Max's Man Cave and Comic Shop Conversations, and I sent him some footage, and that was the result. He was just weeping. He was just like, "This is amazing." Yeah, he said at the very end, he was like, "How do they keep making it more epic every time?" So,
all right, well,
like you said, hey,
congratulations.
Yeah. Almost to 7,000 subs. Numbers keep climbing, so obviously he's right about something.
I guess so. Yeah, almost to 7K subs, and that is all thanks to you guys out there. So thank you all so much for supporting us, for coming out and watching, sharing, liking, all that good stuff. Becoming a member, that is, we love seeing the support. So thank you guys as usual. But it's been 2 weeks since we've been here. 2 weeks ago, the guys and I went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine. We saw that abomination. And then the next week or the next weekend, we had some family things to take care of. And hey, when family calls, when duty calls, you answer. And that's exactly what we had to do. So we postponed the show for another week. Rightfully so. I mean, family is we got to get our priorities straight. And so we are back. So thank you guys for being patient with us. We are so excited to get into tons of news and a ton of comic book reviews that we've got going on tonight. But before we get into that, I realized I robbed you guys. I robbed you, chat, of Kyle's Deadpool and Wolverine take. So Kyle, give us a brief synopsis of what you thought of it. We'll then get Drew's take, and then I'll give mine. But if you guys want to see the 3.5 hour uncut version of myself, Drew, Josh, and Vex Electronica talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, go check out the Max's Man Cave playlist on the YouTube channel. I unlist all the live streams. So if you guys want to ever go back and watch a live stream, feel free to go do so in the playlist section. They're just unlisted because it helps YouTube's algorithm to go push the normal videos and not the live streams. But yeah, Kyle, thoughts?
I thought it was fun. I had a fun time watching the movie.
All right.
I did.
Okay. No, okay.
What? I honestly thought you were kidding. Like, when you were so anti this movie, I'm like, that's my job. Like, I'm like, this isn't as bad as you think. I'm like, you really hated the movie. I'm like, I mean, it's not the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, it was just a fun movie. Like, I had fun. I felt good leaving the theater. I'm like, you can't really say that about a lot of recent Marvel movies.
felt good.
Let alone going to the movie theater to fucking see him. First off,
yeah,
I'm shocked that you hated it. Like, and
I saw it twice. I enjoyed it.
It's not even like I was indifferent, like where I'm just like, whatever, I don't care. It was like I actively was like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like this movie.
I was really shocked by that. I'm like, it's really not offensive. It's just, it was a fun movie. I laughed at the jokes, most of them anyway. And yeah, I mean, obviously it's not gonna, they're all not gonna hit. And Ryan Reynolds is like that. But I thought their chemistry was fantastic in that movie. You can't deny Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have on-screen chemistry. Like, they're great.
Yeah. No. I completely agree with you there. I think the chemistry of the two actors just exudes like you feel it as an audience member, and I think that's why people have so much fun. These two were they were born to play Deadpool and Wolverine. Like they are the definitive Deadpool and Wolverine characters. So much so that I'm sure that when people read Deadpool and Wolverine comics, the voice that they have in their head is going to be Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. I do think that there was a moment that I actually really enjoyed towards the end of the film, spoilers, where Deadpool and Wolverine are making the ultimate sacrifice, and they are, deciding who is going to give their life to stop the villain, the antagonist. And Deadpool's like, all right, let me go. I'm going to do this. And Wolverine goes, oh, come on. I've got nothing to lose. I got nothing to go back to. This is my one moment to like be a hero, right? Because this is like to make up for all my past sins or whatever. And Ryan Reynolds just looks at him and he goes, hey, you were the best, Wolverine. And I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Because he's speaking as us, the audience, telling him, you're the best ever. So
you are Wolverine. Like you are.
Yes.
Like you always will be. Sorry.
Yeah. He's the best there is at what he does, and what he does is pretty damn great. So
yes, it is. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was fun. It's not the greatest. It'll be, I don't know. I may watch it if it's on TV. I'm not going to go out and buy 4K of it. I'm not going to do that sort of thing. But I mean, if it's on, I'll watch it. Sure.
Oh, all right.
Sorry. Jake. Oh no.
Oh no. Kyle liked something, guys. Take my eyes, but not my shirt.
Yeah.
So, by the way, Kyle, check your sound settings real quick. Let me know if you're coming through your microphone or if it's coming through your laptop. But yeah, no, I was not thrilled with the film. I had moments that I enjoyed, but for the most part, I think I'd give it a 4 out of 10. I found it as a giant missed opportunity for something really, really cool. So
4? A 4? Is that better?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Thank you.
All right. 4 out of 10. Okay, so where are you ranking that? What else is a 4 out of 10?
I don't know. I mean, I guess like the original Daredevil with Ben Affleck is like a 4 out of 10. Like I enjoy it, but it's not a good film, And like Wolverine and Deadpool, I didn't even really necessarily like enjoy, but there were things I recognize in there that are well done, somewhat. So I think they're on the same level.
That's it. You're putting that with Daredevil. That's it. So the only 4 out of 10 Marvel movies.
I mean, there are multiple other reasons that you guys can watch on the 3.5-hour live stream. I just felt like it was heartless and that it felt very corporate and it felt meaningless, and that the actual heroes that we got, Elektra, Blade, Gambit, and X-23, and Hugh Jackman Wolverine, those actual heroes could have been done with so much better. And Human Torch. Human Torch is just another joke in this movie. And it just felt like, I get that it's a Deadpool film, but they could have subverted expectations and made it just so much more than that. And so it felt like it was so self-aware that it was like, we're not actually going to give these people what they want. we're gonna show them like the cool characters, but we're not actually gonna like do anything with them. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But Drew, you really liked it. I mean, you said that you were laughing the entire way through.
Pretty much, yeah. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I saw it twice. I had a blast. It gave me what I wanted, and from a Deadpool film. And I got a kick out of the cameos. I got a kick out of the various Wolverine iterations through time. Yeah, as a Wolverine fan and a 20th Century Fox fan of those properties, yeah, I had a blast. I had fun.
That's fair. That's fair. I have been watching some behind the scenes of like what's Channing Tatum doing moves for Gambit, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Why didn't we get a Gambit movie? It's such a bummer. And I think
it
that's
looks like it looks like. Yeah, it looks like they all had a great time behind the scenes. It looks like they all had a great time, like filming it and just, whether it's the training and all that. I saw the Jennifer Gardner training she went through. She actually, she was working, in her training.
Amazing. Her biceps look better than Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
But she looked great, man. I mean, I've always had a crush on Jennifer Gardner, but I think that like it's sad because I saw what could have been. Right? Like we could have gotten a Blade movie with Wesley Snipes with the gray goatee and like the armor.
We don't know.
No.
So Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Reynolds is from what I hear, Ryan Reynolds is pushing publicly for a Wesley Snipes Deadpool film. Wesley Snipes Blade film. Sorry, Wesley Snipes Blade. So we'll see what happens. If Ryan Reynolds, he's got the #1 movie in the world, and see how much pull he's got on that.
Maybe. I mean, from what my understanding is like even Chris Gore had mentioned this, but they are completely like changing course. Like they are trying to they fired all of their activist directors and producers, they're bringing back the what are the brothers? The two brothers?
Russo
brothers, thank you. Bringing back RDJ. But apparently it was not Feige's decision to have the female Silver Surfer. It was not his decision to have like, the Marvels and all this stuff. So I think Feige is to blame for a lot of this stuff, but there may be people even higher than him that are like trying to, hey, Marvel is still the MCU. Don't forget it. So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, I guess we will in fact see, because they have not so many great hits coming out. They've got Captain African American, they've got the Runaway Thunderbolts, and they've got
Riri. We got Ironheart.
Riri, is she even gonna come out? I don't know, but these are just some of the ones that they've got coming out before these Avengers films that they're apparently going to bring RDJ back for. So if that's the case, man, I don't know. They just came off of a big hit. I'm wondering if they should just cut their losses and just not release any of those three, and then just wait until the next Avengers film and just ride that high of Deadpool and Wolverine that just made $1 billion. It's like, do you?
It's on track to it's on track to make more than $1 billion now. I think it's like $1.3 billion. It's on track to, which is ridiculous.
Easily. I'd even say 1.5 maybe at the end of all of this if they keep it in theaters, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for giving us y'all's take. Like I said, chat, I felt like I robbed you guys because we did not officially talk about it on the Comic Shop Conversations platform. We did it over on Max's Man Cave. So with all that said, let's move on to Show and Tell, because it's been 2 weeks since we haven't had Show and Tell. I will go first just because I just have one thing, and then I will let these two gentlemen go. I got Ghost of the Badlands. This is the first printing and the colored edition. This is Razor Fist's new comic book. And let me tell you, this boy is thick. This is like an absolute edition.
It's like a real book.
It's like it actually looks like it's like a hardcover.
It's a coffee table book.
Yeah, a coffee table book about coffee tables.
Nice.
Does the fold out legs in the back?
Yeah, no. If you guys look at some of this artwork, and just
Wow.
the absolute edition format, I hate to say it. No, actually, I love to say it. Razor Fist just changed the indie comic book game. Like, this dude single-handedly is going to make a good name for YouTubers making comic books. Because I think you guys know my stance. I don't like YouTubers making comic books. I don't think Eric July has been making good comic books. I don't think Yellow Flash is going to make a good comic book. But if Razor Fist is making comic books, chef's kiss. So,
well, he was also a novelist.
Okay, have you read it?
Have I read this?
Yeah.
Yes, I read it last night.
And it's good?
And it's very well written.
Okay.
It's comprehensible, which is more than a lot of other.
He's also a novelist. He's written books before. So this is not his first foray into writing.
Right.
So he actually has a short novel in the back here. So you get the actual Ghost of the Badlands comic. You then get a short novel of a Ghost of the Badlands like kind of chapter. You get interior kind of sketches, some what would you call it? Initial sketches of like what he wanted the character to be. Concept art. Thank you. Which Eric July cost me $75 to see that.
But that was good though.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're right.
You've also got some fan art back here, which is pretty rad. You have the original script, which is there. The original.
Well, there is a script. I don't think we saw any scripts from Eric July, have we? He's never shown scripts, right?
We don't actually. That's a good point. Have we just? Interesting.
Has anyone seen? I don't think we've seen an actual script.
No,
where it's like panel layout,
dialogue,
nope. Nothing.
Setting. And then how cool is this? But it's the concept pages for the layouts. So he has all the pages of how he wanted them all laid out. These are all the pencils for all the breakdowns.
All in the same product, eh?
All in the same product.
Huh.
Wow. Look at that. So I would buy this book 10 times over. It was super good and it was well worth it. And
how much was
the Ghost of the Badlands character was just, I mean, it's so cool. I think this was either 40 or 50, maybe.
Holy shit, that's it? For a hardcover book?
I thought that was fairly expensive, no?
No.
Well, EJ's books are 40.
Right, and they're dog shit.
At the very least.
And they're not even hardcover.
Yeah.
They're square bound.
Chat, do you guys remember what Razor Fist charged for this? So he also had a black and white, and I kind of want to buy the black and white because in this Western setting, it would look better with black and white. I do like the color, but I think it might lend itself to a black and white book. So,
yeah, like Bronze Star.
Yeah, very much so. So, but yeah, no, I think Westerns should come back, and I think Razorfish should be on more comics because this was very well done. He actually has a extensive vocabulary to where he can pull from. And his vocabulary and his dialogue is actually of the time period where it's like when you read something from Rippaverse, it just sounds like you looked up a word in the thesaurus and then he just changed that word to sound smarter. So
what are you talking about? No, he doesn't.
Speaking of Ghost of the Badlands, though, we've got Cajun Corey for 25 months. Thank you so much, brother. He says, I got me a copy of Ghost of the Badlands, colored version like yours. It's a good book. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, dude, thank you so much for the membership, brother. And I loved it. I definitely want to give it another read before I give it a final grade. But right now I'm leaning towards an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, and the aspect of the character of Ghost of the Badlands being kind of this like crusader-esque type, bringing justice to bandits, murderers, gangs. It's pretty damn cool, and I love the setting. So, but here is for you, Cajun.
No mercy!
Yeah, it looks like it was 50. Not bad.
That's pretty good price.
Not bad. Like I said, if he still had black and white editions, I'd probably get another one. So.
Well, I may have to find if I can secure a copy. I'll try.
Yeah, you got to get on that.
Yeah.
So speaking of other copies and other comics, Drew, you went back issue hunting. You were doing a little bit of today. What'd you find?
So I went to an establishment called Downtown Comics here on the north side of town, and just had some dinner. Decided to do some mindless consumerism, and I was going through some short boxes and long boxes, and apparently they had just gotten in a collection of new stuff, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna have to check these out." So I'm flipping through the boxes, and I find some back issues that I had been recently hunting for, because I knew like people are starting to hunt for these now because they want his earlier work, even though it's DC Comics.
Rob, I hunted.
And I found Todd McFarlane's first DC Comics works from back in the day, Infinity Inc. Some of his first books he did. Yeah, so I got that one.
Very nice.
So yeah, so Roy Thomas wrote this series. Now, don't get me wrong. Look, I love Roy Thomas. He's a legend. This is not his best work. It is boring as shit. I tried rereading these books, and Todd McFarlane. So you want to talk about Todd showing off his skills as like someone who page design, layout, making your eye follow, like your eye go through the page. He is like, it's almost God tier what he does in these pages, making boring text look very interesting. He is showing off in these books, and this is where it all started, right here in Infinity Inc. So
that's pretty rad, man. Thank you for showing those off. I have never even heard of those, so that's cool that you got your hands on that. And I'm just glad that Todd isn't writing them. So that's thankful for that. Does the art hold up though? Still looks pretty cool.
Oh, it's what's cool about it is, like I said, you see his talent and skill for graphic design, page design, how amazing it is. But his style, you see it's creep in there steadily with each issue, each subsequent issue. And there's certain characters in here where you see like that looks like Spawn, like Crossbones, like Director Crossbones. He looks just like Spawn. Obsidian looks just like Spawn. How he does the cape and everything. It's like
exercising the movements. He's like, that looks like a cool character. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. He's working in the cape designs, just everything. Yeah. They just the collar and everything. It's like looks a lot like Spawn right there. You're doing, but it's amazing. His page layouts are fantastic.
And those cost you a pretty penny. Set you back a couple of buckaroonies.
Yeah, a couple of Samoans. It cost me $50 for 8 of them. So, yeah, that's a win.
Okay. Yeah. So, what? $4 a pop, probably.
Roughly 6, but close. But the big one, the big one was not in here. Issue 14 was the one I was looking for. That was his very first DC work he did, and I think someone hid the book somewhere else. So I hate that shit. Someone put it
when they were probably going through, they saw the key and they were like, yoink.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn prospectors.
So what's funny is that, so real quick, they weren't priced. So the chick behind the counter, she had to call the manager to get a price on these, and he had even asked, did he grab 14? And she was like, no, I don't see 14 in here. So it was not sold. So that book, someone hid it somewhere. So they could pull it out for later. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty. Oh, you gotcha.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
Fooled me.
You fooled me, Jerry. You fooled me. Well, the finale of the evening, Kyle, you've been hanging on to this bad boy for a while. You've been jerking us off for a little bit, telling us how great it is, and just keeping us waiting. Just teasing it, just being like, oh, I got something pretty good. So, what did you find in jolly old London that seems to be overrun right now with immigrants?
Crazy bullshit, right? Typical hero trash.
What'd you find in the old UK?
All right, so I got some books. I'll save this.
Sorry
for the last. But
right.
so I picked up and I had a mail call and some stuff I forgot. I bought and got, but this is a foil. Your favorite?
Not a reprint or
a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive foil. This one I think you might approve of, actually. It's a Savage Sword of Conan foil.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. You know what? I do approve. That is actually a pretty dang cool book.
I thought it was
because it's not a facsimile. It's the actual Savage Sword of Conan book. So
yeah. And they had a foil for San Diego Comic-Con. I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Good pickup.
Yeah.
Hey, I will support Titan all day long. So
right. I agree. I did too. And that's why it's cheap and it's kind of gimmicky and bullshit like all those are, but I was like, it's still Titan and it's still Conan and it's good.
It's actually good.
Yeah. I backed it a little while back and they both came in. This was the preview edition of Fearsome from EVS in all caps.
Ooh, what is that?
His new horror series called Fearsome. He wrote it. David Williams is doing the art.
I like the character design. That looks cool.
Character design's cool. Covers are cool. He put these preview editions, and I was like, oh, cool. I can back the preview before I want to back the campaign. These weren't even being shipped out yet. Then he started launching the campaign. I'm like, well, didn't you just put out a preview book? People aren't even looking at the preview before you start the campaign. You already started the campaign. So I'm like, I'm not backing the campaign until I see it.
Yeah.
And the problem is, man. EVS's art is just so good.
Yeah.
That anything else is just kind of like, God, I'm sitting here reading it. I'm just like, Ethan would do such a better job. I love David Williams. I think a lot of his art is good, but every now and again his faces look a little weird. And so there are just panels and I'm just like, nah, not for me. So I'm not backing the actual campaign. I'm okay. I have the previews. I'm just not backing the campaign.
See, I wonder if I wonder how many like crowdfunded comics would actually get funded if there was a preview edition or like an ash can that you could look at. I guarantee you people would probably get the ash can or the preview and be like, nah, this isn't for me. Because a lot of these crowdfunded books, like when you actually finally get them, they're kind of like, they're mez. Or they're like, oh, this is really great, but it's lacking this. And that's like a majority of crowdfunded books, which is why I was so stunned by this, because I was like, wow, this is a complete book. Like it's got everything. So it's very rare to have that, but I'm glad that you didn't have to waste your money on another campaign. So
right. Yeah, me too. And I want to support anybody and everybody I can, but it's got to be good. So
yeah. Oh, for sure.
So that was that. The next one I picked up was the World's Finest variant cover by Alex Ross and Jim Lee, signed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh
yeah, the prior Wizard magazine cover. Yeah, from over 20 years ago.
So cool. I love that cover. That's cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
Jim Lee pencils and painted by Alex Ross.
Yeah.
Well, we know who's doing the heavy lifting on that one. So
definitely Jim Lee.
It's like when Donny Cates did that Spawn cover, and Donny Cates even admitted, Todd did most of the work on this.
Yeah,
like Alex Ross just put in like some purple in the background and said, "Here you go. Is that good enough?" And Jim's like, "I guess." Uh-huh.
I've already had a Wolverine and Deadpool take. We can only allow so many bad takes tonight. So
Or the right ones. And this last one, it's just the cover I've always wanted. Is it overpriced? Yeah. I don't know why it's worth what it is, but it's just a cover I've always liked. It's Defective Comics 880, the Jacques.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the yacht, the yacht cover.
Yeah.
You are officially like a influencer. Like you're officially a comic book influencer now.
This cover makes that? Not the foil covers I get?
No. I think once you get like this is a Instagram cover. You know what I mean? It's like what every Instagram show has, and they have to show it off.
Really?
They sell it. At least I think so. Maybe not. I don't know. I do like it. Yeah. Just later.
No, this was a little over $100. It's a cover I personally have always liked. It is overpriced. It's fucking stupid. It's just a cover. That's it. But it was a good price. Why not?
That's kind of like the McFarlane Batman cover that I just cannot find a good price for. It's just always expensive, and I that's one of my favorite covers of all time. And but it's classic. 423, yep, with the yellow, red background, yellow like kind of moon as he's like holding on to the girl and the cape and everything. It's like,
yeah,
love to have it, but yep, there you go. There's the statue.
Yeah, gotta love it. Love it.
I love it, but yeah, it's way too.
Mine's in a box still.
Kyle's like, I sold 3 of those things already, so
I have. And the 9.6 I sold as well. I have another one in a
foil
box.
I'm pretty sure you got a foil facsimile at some point.
Yeah,
but
I do. And I had like a 9.6 newsstand I sold. I had one signed I sold. And
by the Todd father?
Yeah. And I have another one in a box over here.
And I put that box into another box.
In another box. Never to be seen again.
Well, those are some good pickups. I gotta admit.
I have another one I just got. I cannot wait. It is a issue, first appearance of a character I have always wanted that is fucking stupidly overpriced that I am so glad I was able to get. So
wow,
I'm excited.
That's cool.
It's slapstick number 1.
Yep.
You even showed off comics. You even showed off the first appearance of Lobo a couple weeks back on here. You were just like, and I got this one, and I got this one. We were like, whoa, hang on a second. What is that? Oh yeah, first appearance of Lobo. Whatever.
It's crazy how much that book has gone up and gone down. Like it's kind of dipped now. So if you want to get it now, it's probably a good time to probably pick it up.
Well, because the cover is,
I don't know shit about
cover's doo-doo, man.
It's terrible.
Absolutely terrible. So
and Lobo looks like a fucking weird clown.
He looks like a drag queen clown. Yeah, he does. So
all right, now the pièce de résistance. I actually have it framed.
You
That's
got
how long it's
been.
So when I so I told you that it was a major publisher original art. I didn't tell you. I don't think I said if it was Marvel or DC. Did I? Or did I say it was Marvel?
I think you said Marvel.
Okay.
And
Now
I was like, I don't even know if I have Marvel. Yeah. But...
Right. Now, if I gave you 30 guesses of what you think it could be, would you know what it is? I showed you. Would you have guessed what it was
ever? Like you said 30 chances. Give me 30 years and I still probably wouldn't have gotten this right just because it's so obscure.
It's obscure to you and I told you weren't going to give a shit and you don't give a shit.
I think it's cool.
It's cool, but you don't give a fuck. And I knew that.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, slapstick number 1 is not for everybody. I know Kyle's one who likes it. My buddy Clayton likes it. And that's it.
I just don't care for the writer But you
I
guys
know, and
keep
I
saying
don't
that it's
either.
like
He's
Lord
a
of the
fucking
Rings.
douchebag. I get it. He's an
But-
asshole.
But y'all are like, oh, it's Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, is it though? So,
It is.
all right.
So I know it hurts me what he has done to his brand and his reputation
Yes.
of what he was 50 years ago. And now looking at him, it's like, you're just a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Really just want you to burn in hell. I
Like,
really do.
I would say, oh, you're just a shell of a man, but he's not even a shell. He's like a demonic possessed version of his old self. Like, he's just so off the rails. It's not even
Ironically, he's almost turned into the character portrayed in this page of art.
Interesting.
So it is a Marvel work and came out in the early 2000s.
Chat, can you guys guess what it is?
There's a lot of issues. It took a long time for this thing to come out and get finished. European artist. I'm trying to.
I'm thinking it's Slapstick number 1. I think it's probably the Milo Manera cover he did for Slapstick number 1.
No, this could be one of my all-time favorite characters as far as villains. It's not. Okay. If I say this, I might give it away. It's a Marvel adaptation. Marvel adapted this.
Yeah, which was tough for me because when I'm thinking Marvel, I'm thinking of
that's it.
Yep.
Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah, I think Mark Teixeira did the art for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of like, because you got to narrow it down. You got to be like, okay, it's not Marvel's superhero. It's written by a guy who is just a complete, absolute, just, yeah. I mean, I want to say bad words. And then, so it's like, okay, you're trying to narrow it down a little bit more, but I think
it's adapted from a 70s novel,
which is just wild. I didn't even know this existed.
Mike Perkins did the art all the way through this entire series.
No, you didn't. You did. Where'd you get this?
So this was
Where'd you get this? I know automatically. I know automatically.
I know
what it is. I know you said that. I know who.
So this is an original page from Stephen King's The Stand. Mike Perkins. This page, why it's important is because this is one of the pages
motherfucker
that introduces Randall Flagg. His background, Randall Flagg. This is one of the early pages of Randall Flagg. This is him at the top meeting Charlie Starkweather, and then Oswald here starting race riots. But this is one of the pages in the book that you first are introduced to the backstory of Randall Flagg.
Wow. Dude, that looks amazing in that frame.
Right.
That looks so damn good.
When we get you got to tell me where you got that, because
so
that's not fair.
I was sucked into some weird, I don't know how I found it, but there's a website that, and it's like another broker, like Felix Comics Art or something. I forget the, if I can find it, I'll look it up. But this broker has, a bunch of Mike Perkins' original art. Like he's got a bunch of artists, but Mike Perkins is one of them. And so you go down, like he's got his Swamp Thing run and a ton of this. So he has a lot of the early pages of The Stand are not there. The ones that I really wanted, of course. I mean, this book came out 20 years ago. Yeah. So a lot of the Captain Trips stuff is gone.
You got to tell him what he said to you when you initially requested it, though, because he was like, I'm gonna like you got to tell him what he actually said.
Wait, what? So did you talk to Mike or the broker?
I was talking to the broker who then was talking to Mike. So I found the page I wanted. So I wanted one. I knew I wanted one with Randall Flagg, and so I was trying to find one with Randall Flagg, and he had his first full appearance page still. It was like $3,000, and I'm like, all right, that's a little too much for me.
What? Holy shit!
$3,000. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's a cool page, but I was like $3,000. I was like, fuck me. I'm like that.
Ooh, yeah.
What? I'm like, okay, I know he has.
I can see what page this was.
Oh, I can probably pull it up for you.
Yeah, I got my omnibus box set right here. From
Yeah, mine's downstairs. I was reading it the other day. So
mine is signed by Mike Perkins right there. I got to meet him. So
That's cool, man. Hell yeah. I was gonna say, hopefully it
No
wasn't
big
signed
deal.
by Stephen King, or else you'd have to get rid of it.
I know,
Yeah.
God, it just completely like I'm sitting here reading this. It's one of my all-time stories, and I love Randall Flagg as a character. And I'm just like, this fucking cocksucker, what he has done to his own work.
Mm.
Is it that page?
Hold on, let me see.
That's cool.
No, it's not that
could-
page. It's the one. It's a full body shot of him. He's like by the.
And
gas
this was the
station.
$3,000
This is
one.
that 3K one, yeah. It's chapter
So-
5 in the
Oh,
book.
chapter 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have never read this before, but the guys want me to read this. So chat, if you guys have ever read The Stand before or read the comic book adaptation, let me know. I mean, because Drew actually sent me a care package with The Stand issue number 1. So I do at some point have to get into this and see if it's worth reading. But yeah,
all
you
I'm gonna-
guys say
like, all
nothing
I'm
but
gonna
good things.
All I'm gonna say is Stephen King brilliantly destroys humanity. What he does in book 1 of The Stand with Captain Trips, he knocks it out of the park, destroying the world, and it makes 100% it makes 100% sense how he does it. But yeah, this Randall Flagg is easily one of how he writes. Randall Flagg in this is brilliant, and honestly, in my opinion, he has not been portrayed well in any other medium, which is a shame. But yeah, is that page, Kyle, where he's walking down the street?
No, hold on. I'm going to put it in the private chat for Max. We can pull it up.
Because there's one I would love to see where it's him flying, where it's like how
I
else
wanted
could
that.
he be-
That was the page I wanted. That was the
flying?
page I wanted because why else could I do magic?
Yes.
And it's him floating right at the very end. I was
Magic,
like, that's
yes.
the fucking page I want.
Yeah.
And it wasn't there. I was like, oh fuck,
Wasn't there.
Well, but the next page
Man,
is
look at
just
this-
there he
look at
is,
this
Randall
art.
Flagg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee Bermeo was doing some of these covers back then too.
Oh my god, I didn't know that Lee Bermejo was has been in comics for that long.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lindberg, he's been doing it for a long time.
So
So
this
some of these
is
pages, yeah, some of these are still available. Like some of these are. Some of these are the like a lot of the boring stuff, and yeah. So keep going. Not this page. This page right there. Back up. This one. That's technically his first full out of view, like introduction of Randall Flagg, first full appearance. This is $3,000 if you want this page.
wow.
And
I
so
mean,
Surprised Stephen King doesn't know
I know.
3K.
3K.
Maybe when I read the story and I realize the significance of this character, I'll be like, oh, that makes sense. But right now I'm just like,
Max,
I know.
how Stephen King writes Randall Flagg in this, he is evil personified in this. It is amazing. how he
Every
writes him.
evil that has occurred or happened pretty much in U.S. history, it's because of Randall Flagg.
so who's worse? Randall
That's
Flagg.
this-
Oh, here's your
yeah.
page.
This is my page right here.
Yep.
Nice. Look at that. So who is worse, Nemesis or Randall Flagg?
Mm,
Ooh.
They're both equally fucked up. They're
Yeah.
both equally evil.
They are.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Tough.
Josh, you've never read it either? What the hell, man? Holy crap.
Wow.
Oh.
It's daunting. It's a big book. I mean, it's a big book. It's over 1,000
Yeah.
pages. The uncut edition that came out after. It's like it's a big graphic novel. It's a huge omnibus. I mean, Drew has
Yeah.
huge. It's a
Yeah,
big book.
Yeah. But it goes by so fast when you're reading it.
It does.
I mean,
It's a quick read.
some sections are slower than others, I'll admit. But book 1 flies by. But because, like I said, he is setting up the chess pieces on his chessboard, and and how he destroys the world is magnificent. And honestly, Stephen King has called this his Lord of the Rings. It is his version of Lord of the Rings, how he does it. And this is my version of Lord of the Rings that I enjoy. I enjoy this version the most.
Now wait a second. You haven't even seen Lord of the Rings, so you can't compare this to Lord of the Rings because you don't.
I have.
You can't
Yes,
say.
I fell asleep. But I have.
No. Yeah. This is yeah.
Well,
that's a big boy.
I have the original novelization. I have the original 1978 novelization, which is like 720 pages, I think, right around there. He added 200 pages afterwards in the abridged version, and but because the opening changes, the opening is different. How the original 1978 opening is you open with a car crash at the gas station in Texas, East Texas, whereas the abridged version, he has an opening at the base where the Captain Trips leaks out of the base, and you see who the guy responsible was for it, how it happened. Which I don't necessarily like that much because I like the mystery of opening at the gas station.
We lost Drew.
We lost.
Right when he was just getting to the really good
going.
part. He was really getting there and just couldn't finish. That's all right.
Yeah.
1 out of 5 men. It's okay.
Not bad.
No,
It
I'm
kidding. But no,
yeah.
That's
a very cool piece of art, and I'm glad.
It's a cool piece of art. I know you don't give a shit. Majority of people, 99% of people don't give a fuck, and that's fine. Right. I don't care. I got it for me.
To you though,
I was just shocked after all these years, after 20 years, there is still art available from that series for sale that he still has. And so I wanted this page after the ones that I absolutely wanted were not available or already sold. Stephen King's backstory, why he wrote and how he wrote Randall Flagg was Charlie Starkweather, mass murderer who killed, 12 people in the late 50s in Nebraska and Wyoming, and Lee Harvey Oswald. Obviously, it's like there were these things that were happening, obviously, at that time when he was in college and everything that were taking place that scared him. And so that was one of the reasons why it was a big influence on me, because I'm like, that's really cool. So I want that page. And, it was like $300. It's not cheap. It's the most expensive I've paid for an original piece of art.
Only $300 though. That's I would have thought like $1,000 or something, but that's awesome.
$300.
That's great.
And so I was like, that seems pretty good. And so I'm debating getting the page after this one, because that's another one he talks about meeting Donald DeFreeze, who that was somebody that King also at the time, with what was happening with everything going on with him, that was a big influence on him for Randall Flagg.
Nice.
And so that to me has a lot of influence, and I'm just like, that's really cool to own those pages. Like, that's pretty fucking cool. So anyway, get to the Mike Perkins. So I'm talking to the broker and I said, hey, this is the page I want. What do you think? And he's like, oh, congratulations. He's like, cool. He's like, my Mike Perkins is super busy. He's doing cons over in Europe. He's like, let me reach out to him and make sure he still has it. I'm like, why the fuck would you put up on a goddamn website? He doesn't know.
I was about to say, excuse me, sir, what?
Yeah. It's like, no. He has it. If not, he's going to fucking redraw it. And so he reaches out, and Mike responds back saying, I was just at a con. I'm super busy. I think I might have it in a stack of art somewhere.
Somewhere.
I think I might have it in a stack.
Oh my God.
He's like, I'll let you know. And like a day or two went by, and he's like, oh, he found it.
Oh. I can't believe that that's like having just like $300 just laying around. And I've got $300 somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere here.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just original art from an amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, to think about that happening now. He did every single page, every single panel of art for a book that long.
For how many issues?
Each
for at least
chapter
for over
is
2,000
5.
pages.
Yeah, and I
Over
think each
2,000
chapter.
pages. Yeah.
So like the Captain Trips, the book 1 has 5 issues, and each one has 5 issues. So
yeah, that's cool. Well,
yeah,
good get, brother. I'm glad that you were able to get that, and I'm glad you were able to show it off too, because we haven't been here for 2 weeks for you to show it off, and so it's been. I'm grateful that we were finally able to.
Well, I almost hung it up. I put the.
Oh yeah, where are you gonna put it? You got to take something
I have that
down.
right there. I put that up. I've got that framed.
The ice cream
snowman.
Oh, snowman. That's right.
Ice
Oh
cream
well,
man.
that one I like that one a lot. That one's my favorite.
Snowman's right there. I got to find a spot for the stand.
You need the stand. You need snowman, and then you need the ice cream man.
Ice cream man's over there. Can't see it. I have.
And then. Oh.
Let me move this. Can you see it? It's right there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
See it, right? Move this. There it is.
I do see it. Yeah. Right above Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Yep.
I was about to say you need Dookie Man art.
Oh, that's next. That's getting to some real art there.
I mean, talk about indie comics. We were just talking about Ghost of the Badlands, and Razorfist doing his own comic. I got another email introducing me to Saoirse.
Saoirse.
Can you say that word?
Saoirse. Sam Hain. Samhain.
Oh man. Wait, Josh.
This is a joke, right? This is a joke. At this point, you're fucking trolling everybody because we all make fun of your stupid fucking name characters. That's what this is.
Josh, how do you pronounce it? Like, Josh told us how to pronounce it because he's like, guys, it's Gaelic, chill. And I'm like,
I don't give a fuck what it is.
Who is going to know that? Like,
is it a dead language? No one speaks Gaelic, do they?
No. Even when I went to Ireland and I was like, do you guys still speak Gaelic? And they're like, fuck no, we don't speak that shit. And I was like, oh,
only the gays speak Gaelic, right?
Yeah. Gaelic.
That's why Josh knows it. Okay.
Yeah. But I got a very special email. It says, hey, Max.
Hey, you're a sucker. Here's something else you could buy.
It says, Ripazine number 2 is now available to pre-order. This magazine includes a preview section that will give you a sampler of some of our latest releases, as well as a brand new short story based on our latest femme fatale, Saoirse.
Black Widow.
Saoirse.
Black Widow.
Black Widow with red hair.
Yep.
Saoirse. Saoirse.
You hurdy.
But I wanted to read the sneak peek because this is like Marvel gives us, it's
the preview
previews,
preview editions, yeah.
And it gives us, a little what are those, like the descriptions for the comic before you actually get to read it. So the solicitation. Thank you. Yeah.
You said
so,
it. Thank me, but all right, I'll take it.
You gave me the you said something and then I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it was. But it says affluence doesn't inculcate. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Affluence doesn't inoculate. Already.
God, fuck you.
Already. We're 3 words in and I'm like, doesn't need to say that.
Oh. God.
You understand that this makes it harder for readers to read this when there are just words that are just plugged in from a thesaurus.
Yeah. It's like, put it down. Put down a thesaurus. You are forbidden.
Put down the thesaurus. Yeah. Affluence doesn't inoculate a city from crime of any fashion. And in many cases, it only acts as a veneer to a seedier underground network of crime its denizens attempt to turn a blind eye to.
That's a sentence.
That's a long, One long sentence.
It's like, and that's it. All right. That's all
And
I
that was, there's your preview.
Okay.
In such cities, even those with a superpowered wing of the police force, kicking in a door or busting down a wall isn't always the answer. Sometimes a more subdued approach is called for. With razor precision, Saoirse is that approach. Saoirse.
Saoirse is that approach.
Samhain. Yeah.
Sam Hain.
Sam
Hain.
I know. I cannot. EJ he writes like at a level that my caveman brain just can't understand. So
Right.
I just like it takes me a while to get it. But
It's true.
yeah, no, I've read this first sentence and I was like, I have to show this. Affluence doesn't inoculate a city from crime of any fashion. I'm just like, what?
It's like, what? Why are you saying
Saoirse?
Just spell it Saoirse then.
Why not Cersei? Isn't Cersei easier? And isn't that like a queen? Like wasn't Cersei the queen of something?
That sounds right.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe
Cersei. That sounds familiar.
I don't know.
Wasn't that a
Saoirse.
title of a Peter Gabriel? Wasn't that a Peter Gabriel album title?
Yeah. But all right. Well, there you go.
An email? Sorry, this was an email?
It was. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys want to get preview editions or like, all the inside scoops, sign up for the Ripa mail.
The magazine. So I don't understand. The magazine is going to have pages from the book. It's like a preview.
Yeah, I believe the magazine is going to be, basically like a preview edition, maybe like a Marvel or like a Wizard. It won't be a Wizard because it's not reviewing any or doing any interviews. I think it's probably just, you know what? I guess I can't say. I don't want to lie and say like, oh, it's probably this when I've never read the Ripazine before.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what it is.
Is he because he's counting those as first appearances of said characters, right?
Is he?
I thought so.
He is grading the magazines, which is wild. So,
but I thought he was assuming that they were going to count these as first appearances.
Interesting. I mean, you could.
Who gives a fuck?
But I was about to say, what value would that hold?
None of them hold any value whatsoever.
Yeah.
But why? Why
Saoirse?
Yeah.
Saoirse?
You like get it. You wrote Black Widow and you want to have Black Widow in your fucking story. I assume the Saskas are writing this fucking character.
I have no idea. I mean, they're the creative directors, aren't they? Or is EJ the creative director? I thought they were like his lead. Didn't he say they were protectors of the lore or something? Yeah.
Yeah, the Doku men.
Well, Doku Man is Dookie Man. He's the king.
He's the head king. He's the night king.
Yes. We've got Flaccid member for 25 months, over 2 years, my dude. Thank you so much, Flaccid. The Don himself. He goes, "Where's my maxi pad Deadpool review?" It'll be here. It'll be here, but it'll be for Craven. Maxi pad will be here for Craven. But Deadpool and Wolverine, people liked it. So I'm like, whatever. I guess I can't bring Maxi Pad out. So
you actually think Craven's a good movie. That's gonna piss me off.
When is this supposed to be coming out? No one is talking about this. I just remembered it the other day. I'm like, wait a minute. Was there a Craven movie supposed to be coming out? And no one has said one word about it since that trailer dropped like a year ago.
Yeah. No, that's a good question.
Out of money? I don't know.
Well, because they're also doing a Venom 3, and that looks awful. Like, that looks almost as bad as, like,
that is Web. Venom Horse, Max. Venom Horse, right?
10-year-old you would love that, okay?
No. Even a 10-year-old me, I was watching, like, Blade, and I was like, this is cool. So if I watched whatever
Venom Horse, you would be like, yes, I want more Venom Horse.
Absolutely not.
Oh, you'd find those jokes really fucking funny. Yeah, you would.
Isn't that fucking funny, Kyle?
Yep, rereading your Ripazine number
goddamn
2.
fucking hilarious.
Woo!
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
Go xiao 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 and
Go Saoirse. Oh yeah, stolen valor. I believe it. Well, I think that should do it for show and tell. Let's get right into the news. First up, we got some good news for Conan. We got some great news for Conan, people. So let me go ahead and pull this bad boy up. Jim Zub tweeted on the old twit-twat the other day. He said, ecstatic to announce I've signed a long-term contract with Heroic Signatures to keep writing Conan the Barbarian. I'll be staying on the monthly Conan comic for at least the next 3 years, along with event miniseries, Savage Sword stories, and other surprises yet to come. It's a non-exclusive deal, so I can work with other publishers, companies, but also a deep commitment to building ongoing excitement with characters created by Robert E. Howard. Let's see. Hold on here. None of this would have been possible without reader and retailer support. So thank you for buying the book and spreading the word every month. I knew we could bring longtime fans back and engage new ones. And seeing that happen over the past year has been a thrill. When I was a kid, I wanted to meet the people who made Conan, Dungeons and Dragons, and Marvel and DC superhero stories. Getting to be one of those people and have my work well regarded is beyond a dream. So if you're a reader or retailer looking for a powerful serialized story with big plans, long-term consistency, that's a key. We've got an Age of High Adventure with your name on it. Volume 1 and 2 available now, issue number 13 in stores. So, Drew, is this good news for the industry as a whole, or is this just good news for Jim Zub and us as readers of Conan?
I'd say it's good news for everybody. This is good news for everyone, honestly.
Okay.
This, and not just that, it shows the major players. It shows Marvel and DC how you should be promoting your books and your creatives. And not just that, showing the fans, the customers, and stores that you are putting forth a long-term commitment toward a long-term story with one voice, with some great artists, especially if Roberto Del Torre and other guy can stay on as the artists for like this run. Holy shit! I mean, you other guy from Blank Man, it's Blank Man.
Mm-hmm.
If they can have both these guys on for art, holy crap! It's going to be an amazing 3 years they're going to do, and something hitherto undreamt of. We will have seen comics.
Mm-hmm.
For the longest time, and I am ecstatic. As soon as I saw that, it just shows Marvel. Hey, if you want to get the fans excited, have a creative on there for more than just 3 to 4 issues, all right, or 6, right here.
Yeah, this is how you do it. They can't even keep Marco Cicchetto on Ultimate Spider-Man for more than 3 issues. That's pathetic. We've gotten a 12-issue arc of both Jim Zub and Roberto Della Torre. I mean, Titan's doing it right. They're doing something right over there.
And not just that, I mean, they're rewarding a well-regarded, well-revered art writer and creatives right now for 3 years. They because the fans have said this series is amazing, these creatives are amazing. Reward them for it. And hey, they've been rewarded, and we are being rewarded as fans and supporters of this product.
Oh, and that's the coolest thing about this is that this feels like a direct, almost like, hey, fans, you've bought our product and we're going to respond and we're going to give you more. Like this is how how it should work. Yeah, this is how it should work. You produce a product or a story or a creative, project. The fans love it. They respond by buying that product. So then you go, you guys liked it, we're going to give you more. That's how it should work. But with Marvel and DC, they just can't seem to get it right. Kyle, did you know about this news? Did you hear about this before we mentioned it? And what are your thoughts on this announcement?
No, I don't have the twatter, so I didn't see any of this. And when you sent it, I was like, oh shit, that's fucking awesome. It's like, in this shows that could they have kept him around just because he's a big fan of Conan and he just loves it so much? Yeah, probably. For 3 years? Probably not. But this just shows you got to pay these fucking people. Like, it's not just, I'm just a huge fan and I'm just happy to be here. It's like that only goes for so long. The people at Marvel and DC, it's like, I never thought I'd be writing Batman. I never thought I'd be here. It's like, and then it just kind of weighs on you. It's like, okay, that's the veneer's kind of gone now, as Eric July would put. And so it's like, no, we're gonna put our money where our mouth is. We're gonna fucking pay you because we want you here and you're good. Yeah. So we're not paying for your mediocrity. We're paying you because you're great and we want you to continue to do great stuff. That's what it shows, and they're smart for doing it.
And I think that's a good point. I think you've got people who are just going like, oh, I didn't think I'd write Batman, but like the editors just gave it to me. You know, like the editors pitched to me that I'd write Batman. So now I'm writing Batman or whatever. And I love the Batman, the animated series or whatever. It's like, that's fine. But Jim Zub has been the one like constantly coming to them with like, here's another story I have, or here's an idea I can think of, or here's this thing that he's like actively pitching to them. And then us, what I think this also means is that sales must have been doing so well that they
go increasing. You know, they weren't going down.
Exactly. That as the series continued, that it got hype, and so people probably bought more into it. At least that's what this tells me. If you are signing a dude for 3 years, we don't even know what's going to happen in November for the election. 3 years, what's going to happen then? So like, they have full trust and confidence in this man, and I am here for it. I mean, this is great news, but yeah, I hope that this teaches Marvel and DC like, hey, this is how you run a comic book industry, right? At least
the way.
I mean, yeah.
And he's free to go and do whatever else he wants. It's not locked in like, you're only writing Conan, you son of a bitch. We're going to chain you to your desk and you're only writing Conan. Pump that shit out. We got to have it. So, no, he's free to do what he wants if he wants to. It's a win-win for him. Yeah. And for Titan and anyone else, it's like, this is how you fucking do it. This is the right thing. It's the right thing to do. Be a decent human fucking being. I just don't. That seems just that art is lost.
Yeah, the art of just the comic book industry as a business, but then also the art of the actual creative process has been completely lost within the comic book industry. But I mean, these guys are doing it right. Titan seems to be publishing books based off of how popular they are because of the creative like talent that they have bought into. They pay for Robert De La Torre and Jim Zub to give them the best product possible so that their fans can then pay them, Titan and Heroic, to say, we love this. Whatever you guys are doing. Like Dan Panosian is doing covers for them. Like, I don't think he's fairly cheap when it comes to covers. So,
no,
probably not.
Yeah. But no, great stuff. We're getting this new series that's going to be Conan Battle of the Blackstone, which is going to be kind of a universe tie-in where you're going to get Solomon Kane, you're going to get Red Sonja. So we're getting a lot of different characters kind of enveloped in this Battle of the Blackstone, which I don't know. I don't know if you guys read this kind of one shot, the Free Comic Book Day title, but it hinted at the fact that we are going to get a lot of different characters here. But
I dig it.
I'm looking forward to it.
And we're getting a beautiful Stuart Sager cover too. I can't wait to see it.
Oh, hell yeah, man. So, but yeah, I mean, this is great news. I don't know what else to say. This is a definite win for, I think, just the comic book industry as a whole, but it's a huge win for Jim Zub, Roberto De La Torre, the creators for Conan, and ultimately the fans and the audience more than anything, which is we need.
Nice to hear Jim say, and they also paid Rob a fuck ton of money. Like, not they paid me a lot. Trust me, they paid him. Like, because that right there, like, you have to know that, like, writer, artist, Keep them together. You have lightning in a bottle. It's magic. Hold on to that as long as you can.
Well, the other thing too is like, when was the last time that we've had a series run for 3 years? Maybe World's Finest.
Yeah. Even then,
Was that 3
he
years?
wasn't on every issue.
They're in the issue 20 something, so at least 2.
I will say that the closest to this, I would say, would be Bendis and Bagley on Ultimate Spider-Man.
Wow, that's a hot minute.
It's been
that was several years. That wasn't just 3. That was several years they were together.
Yeah. Well, I am definitely looking forward to it, and my little comic book heart just keeps beating. And at least, even if every other comic book just stinks to high heaven for the rest of the next 3 years, at least we've got the one. At least we've got Conan, and we can bet on it. So that's pretty sweet.
Hell yeah.
All right. So with the big news of Deadpool and Wolverine hitting $1 billion this weekend, or potentially on its way to hitting $1 billion, probably looking more towards like 1.3, 1.5 billion once all is said and done, Marvel, in their infinite wisdom, has put out a Deadpool comic book that will directly be paralleled with the actual film. Because if we know anything from Marvel's history, it's that they've done a fantastic job of marketing and publishing. Wait, hold on. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of an alternate universe. Because whenever they had a Captain America movie out in theaters, they had Falcon Captain America in the comic books. Whenever they had Thor in theaters, they had Jane Foster Thor in the comic books. And I guess now with Deadpool in the theaters making almost 1.3 billion on its way to doing that, now they're going to kill him in the comics and replace him with his daughter.
Yep.
Yay!
Hey, look, this is textbook Marvel. This is textbook, once again, shooting the remaining stump of their foot, because their foot is gone at this point after shooting it. This is you go back to the first Avengers film. I know it's been said to death by so many YouTubers, but you go to your comic book shop after that, being psyched after seeing the Avengers. Who are you going to find? Riri Williams as Iron Man. You're going to find Hydra Cap or Falcon Cap. You're going to find Go-Gurt Hulk. You're going to find America Chavez, Squirrel Girl, and Miles Morales Spider-Man. You're not going to find a single one of the Avengers that you wanted from that film.
Well, because they're also going to do Young Avengers, right?
Yeah, that is the plan. Yep, they want to do that. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's going to be wild. So, I mean, I don't, in their infinite wisdom, like I said, I don't understand how they can go this route to say, guys, we are making billions at the box office. Now, granted, it is Fox. Well, no, because Disney bought Fox, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's still, yeah, I guess it is Disney-fied, but they're still just like, oh yeah, well, now that the movie did great, let's use all the goodwill that we have from the film and let's actually push Deadpool's daughter. Because okay, so maybe that's my next question. Do you guys realistically think that anyone is going to read this book?
Well,
we'll
review it, right?
Yeah, we'll review it. Yeah.
Well, we have to.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to, because hey, they put the target. They put the target on themselves for doing this.
Yep.
You have the hottest. You have the hottest movie in the world, and Wade Wilson Deadpool should be hotter than hot right now at Marvel. What do? You fucking kill him. That's only what an idiot does. And congratulations, Cody Ziegler, rocket scientist. There you go. That's what you get. That's what you're paying for. And,
I mean, the only way to save Deadpool now is to bring Rob Liefeld back, probably. I mean,
but
Deadpool
he's done.
right now.
He's already said he's done.
Yeah, I know. But it's like Deadpool's a fucking shitty character anyway. No one's reading the fucking comics, even if it was Wade Wilson. They're dog shit. They're fucking terrible. They've been terrible for years. So at this point, does it really fucking matter who you put in there? No, because no one's reading it anyway. But is this typical on brand for Marvel? 100%. Like,
Oh yeah.
this just makes sense. And it's just okay. This is stupid. Who's writing it? How long will it be? I mean, is it what, a 6-issue series and then it'll be canceled?
Oh man, they'll be like, it's gonna be just a 4-issue mini series, but realistically, we know that they're hoping for like an ongoing. Well, that's what happened with Punisher, right?
Yep.
And Avengers Inc. When they thought they were like, yeah, we're gonna do an ongoing series, and then they gaslit everyone, and they were like, no, those were 4-issue mini series. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So
we always told you that.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a new Merc with a mouth. Oh, you know what? I just realized Deadpool, his dialogue and already is pretty insufferable. Like you get it for the most part after a while to where you're like, all right, I can only take so much of this. But now we're gonna have to get it. We're gonna have to get it from a girl Deadpool, and it's gonna.
Why not do the opposite? Why not make her silent? Why not make her quiet? The opposite of her father. You know, why not have fun with that? You know.
Or what if she's like extremely well spoken and articulate and like doesn't crack jokes?
Yeah.
Maybe she's super serious or something. I don't know. Something.
Yeah.
Merc with a mouth in the pages of Marvel's Deadpool comic. The focus of the week this week is on San Diego Comic-Con and the theatrical release of Deadpool and Wolverine, which reunites Ryan. Over in the comics, Marvel launched a new volume of Deadpool that introduces a new villain named Death's Grip. After teasing Deadpool's death at the hands of Death Grip last month, San Diego Comic-Con brings confirmation that Deadpool will truly die, along with the announcement of who will replace him. So how's he going to die, though, if he has just as good at healing powers as Wolverine?
Yeah.
Probably in with him being held in the arms of Thor, like we saw in the film. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
When he wakes up from his dream and he's like, Thor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel announced Deadpool ongoing series details during its Diamond Retailer launch Friday at San Diego Comic-Con. Deadpool #7 goes on sale October 2nd and comes from the main creative team of Cody Ziegler. Oh,
this guy who was writing Deadpool 1 through 6, and he is not helping his case at all.
There you go.
Granted, look, we know how this is going to play out. Issue 7 is going to have big numbers. It's going to have about 30 fucking variants because hey, it's really setting a great character, and after that, it's going to drop.
It'll peak for the first appearance or whatever, and then it's done. With Deadpool dead, Marvel is replacing him with his daughter Ellie, who will continue her training with Taskmaster to avenge her father. Deadpool is dead. Long live Deadpool. A description of Deadpool #7 reads, Wade has fallen and his daughter Ellie has taken up the mantle. Taskmaster continues her mercenary. Sorry. Taskmaster continues her Deadpool's mercenary training. But what she really wants is vengeance. And to get that, she'll need Princess's help.
Sure. Why not?
Unless they're making Taskmaster a girl, but
Slay Queens.
Slay.
This is just all bad.
Without spoiling anything, Wade's unlikable. He has a pretty laissez-faire attitude towards anything, and Death Grip is a character that has a unique approach to that stuff. He's a guy that we get into it later in the series, but he has studied in the mystic arts, like a Doctor Strange type academy, only he failed out. He's a mix of mystic with some like Shang-Chi or some of Iron Fist's abilities.
What the fuck were you talking about, Eric July? What was
that? Did sound like Eric July, huh?
It did. Yeah. That was just gobbledygook. What the fuck are you talking about?
That was a Documan intro right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Oof. Well, ultimately, this is gonna do as well as every other time that they've tried to do this trope. You'll get a spike in sales. Well, I mean, I don't even know if they're going to get it. It'll be all the speculators and all the collectors who just like collect everything Deadpool.
Yep.
It'll be a lot of, at least here in Southern California, there's a huge Latino community, huge Hispanic community that is just like, fucking Deadpool, man. Deadpool. Like they love him and they love Venom. Like Deadpool and Venom, they're just like, and a Spider-Man, and a Venom.
Because it's
like,
the red, right? Isn't the red what's the
is that like a
Crips?
cultural
The
thing?
Bloods? What is that? The Bloods?
One of them, I don't know.
Red? I don't know. Her
One of them.
leg looks odd in that cover, like it's bent weird, like
Oh yeah,
like
you're
a
right.
weird, like whoop.
No, yeah, it looks like it's dislocating backwards.
Yeah.
You're right. Huh. Or it looks like rubbery.
Yeah.
Weird.
This book's gonna fucking suck. So
yo, you can.
is there
bet
any
that.
way that it could be good? Or decent
it's Cody's because Cody Ziegler is still on the book. It's not, nothing's going to change. You're swapping out one Deadpool for another one. You're just changing the window dressing. That's all you're doing.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really don't see how this is good. Because even the Deadpool comics that are out right now, I still find grating. Yeah,
they're unreadable.
His dialogue is so grating. It doesn't matter who's writing him. It's just like you get tired of the trope real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's going to be even more in your face, and it's going to be heavy-handed, and it's just going to be exhausting. And so, not looking forward to this one.
Wait, are we? How much? I mean, how are we going to put? How long? We put down some numbers, some money. Like assume we find out like the character's non-binary, and that they're LGBTQ. I mean,
where's the daughter coming from? Where's the daughter coming from?
Vanessa, right? Because Deadpool and Vanessa are a fling.
Well, it's a girl with an approved body type because look how repressed that body and that chest is.
Yeah, you don't want any hips, no chest. That looks
Deadpool
like
was in love with a tranny in this recent.
Yeah, and Deadpool gave birth. Well, that was Alyssa Wong. That was another Deadpool run that ended early. That one ended early too.
Oh my god!
I forget.
All of these are train wrecks.
Yes, they are.
But no, that is a good question, Kyle. Is there a chance for this to be good? And I don't see. I'd give it like a 12% chance that this could be good.
What? Okay. What would make it a meh? What if we go into this? Try as clean slate as possible to say, okay, let's just take it as another Deadpool book. What would make it a meh?
For me, and this is, I mean, you guys can back me up if you agree. If they actually make her like honorable, where Taskmaster like legit puts her through some crap, like he's actually testing her. Because her whole motivation is to get revenge because her father was her biggest motivation. All right. Then you'd probably but the art would have to be good. And like I said, Taskmaster would have to be done very well. And he would have to put her through the ringer. Like, I don't want to see any of this girl boss stuff anymore. I'm so done with it. So yeah. Is that fair? To give it a meh, if that's the case. I don't know. What would have to be your non-negotiable to be like, okay, this was passable.
Drew?
To make it passable, I would have to say there's all action, no agenda. It's just fun. It's kinetic. It's not boring. It gives us the exact opposite of what Cody Ziegler's been doing. There we go. Everything Cody Ziegler's been doing up through issue 6, do the exact opposite of that. Make it fun. Make it kinetic. Make it exciting, action-packed. Make it bloody and graphic. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, this could be a transpool. We don't know. We'll see what happens.
No. Yep. Oh, no. I mean, yeah, no, I guess you're right, because we know that this Deadpool's daughter, she's not going to be stoic or focused on a mission. She's going to be cracking jokes and wisecracking and blah, 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 blah. So I think mine's a... Yeah.
It doesn't look like she uses guns because we all know guns are evil, and hey, knives are appropriate.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. They took Punisher's guns away, gave him swords. So yeah,
They're not as deadly.
Yeah.
They're definitely not
Mm.
more destructive or dangerous or evil than a gun.
they are definitely not way more violent.
Not even close.
And like way more intense because you have to be so much more up close to the person.
Correct, and you have to physically like do something. It's like
You
wouldn't do that. An AR is very scary looking.
Yeah,
You have to admit, that is the most terrifying thing
mhm.
probably on the planet, I would say.
Well, the fact that I can say, if I were to say the word gun on this stream,
Mm.
we're instantly demonetized, right?
Correct.
So, like, just the fact that, I mean, that's scary. That is a scary thing.
It's scary.
Yeah. I always it's kind of a side note or side tangent. Whenever I think of like medieval times or like, in the dark ages where like guys like combat and warfare was like face to face. Can you imagine? You got to get to a place mentally that you're like you're like right here next to a guy and you guys are killing each other. Like that's gosh
Like,
dang.
and you have to march all that way.
Oh yeah.
So not only are it's like for fighting for something you believe in that badly to where I'm going to be in the front, I'm the first line here, and I'm
Mhm.
seeing this guy over here, and I am tasked with going over there, marching through this field, fucking hot, sweaty, like exhausted, and now I have to go and plunge this thing into this guy's fucking face.
Yeah.
And you have to psych yourself up that whole way and keep that mentality and not lose focus for a second.
That's crazy, man.
Good luck.
Men were built differently. Men were
Yeah.
built differently. Well, it was also I saw a funny meme that was like men did better things when it was harder to see boobies, and I agree with that.
It's very true.
It's
They
very
had to work
true.
for it, right?
Yeah, men built civilizations. Men had to go to war
Yeah,
in order to see in order to see that.
it's true.
So
Wars were fought over hot chicks. I mean, come
yeah, I
on.
mean, let's not. Yeah, come on. It wasn't treaties. It wasn't like policy and things like this. It wasn't
No.
land.
Nope.
It was women.
Yeah.
So
Helena Troy, Cleopatra, all these hot chicks. Yeah.
here you go. So are we locking this in as a skip it? Like it's
Yeah.
yeah, I was about to say.
I honestly, it's like I was trying to be like, okay, what would it take? Would it take Taskmaster? Would it be a basically Taskmaster centered book, at least the first couple issues,
Yeah.
and with Lady Pool in the background and getting her ass kicked? That would help. I don't see it happening though.
Nah. Yeah, would we would we be able to be generous enough to be like, well, maybe, and it's like, nope, can't do it.
They make it
This is just
damn hard.
honestly, I'm really wondering if the leadership at Marvel is saying this is a major fuck up. We should not have done this as soon as Deadpool 3 hit it huge. It's like it's literally as soon as the movie it's announced #1 at the box office, biggest R-rated film of all time now, and this is your follow through. We're killing off Wade Wilson and bringing in his daughter. It's like, what moron does that?
I mean, they've had to have this. They have had to had this in the workings behind the scenes for at least the past few months. I can't imagine that they are that incompetent that this was just like a wing it, like, we'll just announce it at San Diego Comic-Con. Like they have the covers, they have the storyline, they have the writer. So like they probably planned for this, but still, I mean, what Deadpool and Wolverine was announced like 2 years ago?
A year, 1 year.
Probably.
Ago. 1 year ago. 1 year ago. Yep.
Even when Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds did the promotion for it?
Yeah, fairly certain. It was 1 year ago.
All right. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like once they were on this trajectory, they were just like, well, we can't stop it now. Like the boat is about to run into the iceberg and there's nothing.
I
really
don't
we
see
can do
why.
at this
It's like,
point.
okay, how much money did you pay these fucking? Speaking of money, how much did you pay these pieces of shit?
That's
probably
true.
nothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how much, and how often does that happen? It's like we're just gonna stick it in a drawer. We'll fucking use this later. Why are you putting it out now? This is the worst time to put this out. Like, you are that retarded to where you think that this could even be a moderate hit. Like, you think that somehow
moderate.
Yeah. We'll create a minor stir. You're a minor celebrity. It's like you think that somehow you may sell enough to maybe break even. It's like, you're not going to do that. Just shelve it. Put it in a drawer and wait.
We do. I mean, I have a rip it this week. If we had girl Deadpool, lady pool. Yep. If we had that comic, I'm sure we could probably rip it if it were that bad. But I do have a comic this week that I would rip.
Oh, wait. How much do we want to bet she's going to be in a relationship with Gwenpool?
Slay Queens. Oh my God, that's perfect. Drew, stop giving them ideas. Gosh dang it.
I will buy a copy of this and I will rip it.
You know what? We'll lock it in. If it's that bad,
lock it in. I will rip it live if it's that bad. If it's rippable.
Yeah.
If it is rippable, we will rip it.
Yep.
All three of us will buy copies and we'll rip them up at the same time. Just
whoa. Back it up. I never said I would buy copies. Hang on a second.
If we can find it. If it's not flying off the shelves.
Yeah, I mean, it's a first appearance. All the speculators are going to have this thing, up in the hundreds.
I may have to get a ratio. Market. I may have to get the 1 in 2,000.
Yep. One of the variants. Yep, that's fair. But hey, I mean, this channel, I got bills to pay, and this channel may be able to pay for a $3.99 comic. So I think we can get there. So let's fund that $3.99.
Wait, when's it come out?
Oh, I still think this has a while to go. Okay. October, I think it said.
I'll forget about it by then. Okay, perfect. Yep, I'll do it. I'll rip it.
October isn't that far away. It's August right now. I mean, that's
3 months. 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
2.
Hey, we get Prairie Gods in September, but we get Deadpool in October, and then we get a new president in November. So.
Yeah. And we get New York Comic Con in October.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, and maybe a big announcement for New York Comic Con this weekend. Big reveal coming up.
I'm very much looking forward to it. Ooh, I like this. The Rip It verse. That should be our new, like, our parody verse.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a segment. It'll be a segment of the show. We'll do a Rip It first if we have one.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah.
But hey, I got a bone to pick with you guys. You hate monger douche canoes. Gosh, man, you guys are always so negative.
Yeah, stop it. Even though I said I liked Deadpool Wolverine.
Even though I was the one this week.
Yeah.
It was like, Deadpool Wolverine is a 4 out of 10. Sucks. Oh man, you guys are gonna get a kick out of this next story. All right. Coming up next in the news. Where is this? Wait, why is this not coming up for me? It's in a different window, but I can't find the tab. All right, we'll just pull up the window. At San Diego Comic-Con this past, it actually wasn't too. How long ago was that? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago?
Oh gosh. So this year at San Diego Comic-Con, they released the big announcement that RDJ is coming back not as Iron Man, but as Doom, which has gotten all the MCU stands that like completely forgot about the MCU. Now they're back. And they are ready to buy, baby. They are buying and selling every single comic book that they can think of that may have some slight reference to Iron Man and Dr. Doom. So one of our favorite websites, coverprice.com, seriously, like I love Cover Price and they do great work. But every week they come out with a weekly top 10. And for August 5th, 2024, everything on here was either MCU spec, well, except for this one, or like the Marvel, Deadpool Wolverine movie, because of course,
Because
X-Men
of course, a
251.
$20 book, like max $20.
I think I bought. So I have this book. I like
125 raw. Holy shit!
hang on. Uncanny X-Men 251. Kyle Drew. I think we all have this book at some point in time. I think I bought this for maybe 10, like you said, $20 raw.
This is a $10 book. $10 book.
Absolutely beautiful. Mark Silvestri.
I love it.
Chef's
One of my
kiss.
favorite covers of all time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Favorite covers of all time. Homaging actually a Conan cover.
Correct.
A Savage Sword of Conan cover.
Mm-hmm.
This is now $125 raw. Not because of like, oh, it's going to be in a movie or they're going to do a storyline, but literally because Deadpool showed up and found a variant Wolverine for like 5 seconds in a movie.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
People are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine spoilers have been hitting social media at breakneck speeds. If you haven't already seen the film, here's a big spoiler for you. During the first act of the film, Deadpool searches for a Wolverine to bring in his universe. In the middle of his multiverse hopping, Deadpool runs into a version of the Wolverine that's immediately recognizable to fans. The scene is ripped directly from this Mark Silvestri artwork, paying homage to this iconic Wolverine cover. So yeah, I mean, that's insane. But that's just the beginning, boys and girls, because if you guys didn't think that it could get any worse, oh, just you wait. So the Robert Downey Jr. Doom hype. Do you guys have any do you guys have any leanings as to, do you think it's going to be a variant of Iron Man or Tony Stark? Do you think Doom is going to fight Tony Stark? Do you think that this was a misdirect and they're going to try and do something else? Like, because when we look at a lot of these comics, they're altered stories, and I want to see what you guys think, if there's a certain angle that they're going to take this with the MCU. And if not,
I would like to believe, I would like to think it's a misdirect. I would like to think it's a big misdirect.
Okay.
But that's just me. But at this point, I'm not giving them that much credit after everything that they've done recently. It really does sound like we're gonna get an RDJ version of him as Victor Von Doom, not Tony Stark, but as Victor Von Doom. I don't think they're gonna make him Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark Dr. Doom. I don't see that happening. I see him being Victor Von Doom in this other world.
Okay. Kyle, you got any speculation? You banking on this?
No, of course. I bought 5 copies of this thing because why wouldn't I?
$300 for a 9.8. What the fuck?
I know.
And this came out like 10 years ago. This came out like what, 10 years ago? Not even 10 years ago.
This was during all new, all Marvel.
Yeah, I remember reading
Didn't you love? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And being like,
2016. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think it could be an alternate universe, multiverse old thing where instead of Tony being blown up in the desert by his own machinations and things, I could see it possibly like, well, what if this happens and he doesn't, and he goes down this path of whatever the fuck, and he becomes a version of Dr. Doom or an evil version of Tony Stank. I don't know. It could be. I wouldn't put it past them to do that. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I like it, but I fucking hate it at the same time. Like, it's Robert Downey Jr. The guy is just like, yeah, I will watch anything you're in, pretty much.
Sure. He exudes charisma.
Yeah. But as Dr. Doom, I'm like, you could have been a very good Dr. Doom, but now you're Tony Stark. And I'm like, do I want to see Tony Stark, an evil version of Tony Stark, as a version of Dr. Doom? No, I don't. I want to see Dr. fucking Doom.
Yes.
And that's the problem. It's going to turn into is it that typical Disney thing where, oh, well, we got to have a backstory for the villains because we can't portray them as evil people just because of who they are. And Doctor Doom is, but like he's not at the same time. He's a very interesting villain, but it's that we got to make him sympathetic also because you can't fully hate a villain.
Yeah,
we got to do the backstory of Cruella de Vil because she's really not evil. Who wants to just bash
She's
puppies
just
to death with a club or poison them? And the Wicked Witch can't be evil. She has to be picked on and wear glasses, and all these white people make fun of her for being black. It's like we can't have that.
She's just
she's green, Kyle. She's green.
Oh, I took it as a metaphor for her being black, but whatever.
Here's oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, but anyway, I don't know what this is going to do. It's going to fucking make everyone go bananas and buy anything Doctor Doom. And 99% of this will fucking fall like a just bowling ball out a window.
It's going to fall hard. Like, in those old animated cartoons like Bugs Bunny when a piano would crash down on somebody? Like, that's the fall of some of these books that they're going to have. So let me read a little bit.
I'll say this, Max. I'll say this, Max. It's shocking how none of the earlier Doctor Doom books appearances have spiked. Like none of the Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Fantastic Four Doctor Doom appearances have spiked.
Well, there's this one, which is the first time that Doctor Doom fought the Avengers. So that is actually spiking. But that's down here at number 7. So let's see what the first couple are, because some of these are a little ridiculous. This one says, here's another great key book. Is it another great key book? No, from the multiverse of Doctor Doom. The cover is a great way to confuse fans into believing this book is the inspiration behind the casting choice for Doom. However, this book marks the first appearance of Victor Von Doom as Iron Man. Again, not much is known about what multiversal combination RDJ will embody. While we wait for more information, any and all theories are fair game. So all of these books kind of follow that same formula where it's like speculators are going to speculate and they are just buying anything that has Iron Man or Doom or Avengers and Doom or multiverse and Doom. So then we get this one. Well, obviously, almost a $70 book raw that used to be $2-3.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
cover price. Yeah,
cover price. This one, okay, so this one's still fairly slabbed, $50 raw.
This
$3.
is what I'm not gonna lie, Max. This issue of Iron Man from this run, that issue, I don't see that often in back issue bins.
Maybe this one is a little bit more rare. Yeah,
that one's harder to find.
Speaking of confusing covers, this cover is also a book that a fan can associate with the casting choice. RDJ has also been ingrained in our minds as Iron Man that we cannot fathom a universe where Iron Man doesn't cross over as Doctor Doom. For all we know, RDJ's Doom will have nothing to do with an Iron Man iteration until information is provided by fans. Any and all crossover comics with the two characters are up for grabs on the aftermarket. Great cover by Whilce Portacio. That's true. While it doesn't have any key appearances
he did the
or significant
interiors.
Events. Yeah,
he did the interiors too, not just the covers, but yeah, he was amazing.
So this one looks like it's more of a cover more than anything.
Sure.
Got cool. All right,
whatever,
thanks.
Fine.
Stop. Oh my god, dude. For this one, raw is going for 130. 130 raw. What if Iron Man, Demon in a Bottle, or Demon in Armor, sorry. Another interesting theory that is fueled by the RDJ casting for Doom. In this universe, Stark and Doom were college roommates. Doom, craving Stark's access to resources and technology, tricked Stark into switching minds. Stark is left in Doom's body with his memories wiped. As Doom builds a Stark empire, Stark is left to start over in Doom's body, eventually building his own small empire. The two collide, leaving Stark in Doom's body, victorious over the imposter. The storyline is a simple one, but who knows how well this would translate to the big screen. Man, $130 for a raw copy.
Just grasping at straws.
Yeah. for like a what if story. I mean, this is what if, right? I mean, that's exactly. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It could be a body swap comedy movie. We don't know.
It could be a Lindsay Lohan
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday.
Why not?
Oh man, too funny. This one is 215 for a 9.8.
Now, I do have that book signed by Mike Zack.
That's cool. Okay, that's cool. I mean, this is a great cover. So
very cool.
And John, I think I have it triple signed actually.
Oh, trip sign. Okay, all right. Second most popular buys right behind this cover would be Hard to Pass by if you're a fan of Doom. Mike Zeck cover has been a staple in many fans' collections for years. Look at that. They're talking about you, Kyle.
I got to start selling it now. I've been holding
You got to sell it. $30 raw. Get rid of it. It's hot now. You'll never find this type of. See, this is what surprises me. Beautiful cover, awesome Doom book, classic like Avengers title from the Silver Age, right? This is probably like silvery. It's definitely not golden age, but this raw. Well, it's very good. Okay, never mind. Raw, very good, going for $88. That's not terrible.
I'd pay $88 for that.
For a 3.0? Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
The cover.
But what was this? Yeah. I wonder what this was before everyone just started blowing their brains out because they were like, "Oh my god!"
I would say probably had a 3 before this, probably half that, probably around $40, 40 to 50.
Yeah, see, I'd pay that much more than 88 or 90. This is a great book to see back on everyone's radar. The first battle between Doctor Doom and the Avengers, story by Stan Lee and art by Jack Kirby and Dick Ayers. This book has it all. If you ever give this a read, this book is a fun, campy adventure. The Avengers are lured into Latveria by snail mail from Wanda and Pietro's auntie, who is secretly Doctor Doom orchestrating his evil letter-writing campaign. Yeah, this looks like
what the hell is that?
You know, they send it by pigeon. So
I don't know what that is. Were they using stamps?
Yeah.
This leads to the heroes falling for Doctor Doom's trap to defeat them. We can only hope the MCU follows a similar storyline. If it does, many aftermarket speculators will rejoice. Here's another one, Exiles. The market is all over the place. Was this was good? Okay, I don't know if I read
that series was a blast. You had Mike McKone on the art. I think Judd Winnick was writer of this series. It was fantastic. Wow. You know, it was kind of like Quantum Leap or Sliders, where you had this team of various X-Men from different Earths come together to kind of like save or restore, keep the multiverse in balance, and go to different Earths and like different things happen on the Earths. Yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. Yeah, this is what makes this issue interesting is, as well as the next two for Marvel team up, is that Tony Stark's appearance as the Iron Man or the Iron Monarch and Iron Maniac highlight issues where Tony has adopted elements of Doctor Doom's temperament and elements of his costume. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Sure.
Cool.
But gosh dang, man, a trend of 1,644% with a single high sale of $75 for a raw copy.
So
$75 for a number 23 issue. I mean, it's a cool cover, but man,
smart.
Can't miss.
Can't. It's impossible.
It's impossible. Another one, NTU. This was the one that I saw. Denny's Camp. He was promoting all over his twatter. He was going, guys, you gotta buy this book. Or I think, was it Camp? Denny's Camp? Or was it this one?
Denise Camp?
Denise? Dennis? Denise? It was one of these that he was just like going nuts for, showing everyone. He's like, guys, you gotta get this. Here's the page that everyone's like, oh, Iron Man is Doctor Doom, or Tony Stark is Doctor Doom.
Whoa,
it's him, guys.
Whoa.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, here's the Marvel team up number 2. This is a cameo.
That's it.
So this is the cover. $30 raw book. Wow. And then here's the interiors for it. So, or sorry, Marvel Team Up number 3. This is the appearance.
Oh yeah.
So there you go. There he is.
That's gonna happen in the movie.
And then top 10 runners up. It's just more Doctor Doom stuff, and then Deadpool and Wolverine stuff. So yeah, man. But what do you guys think? I mean, this is I totally thought that the MCU hype of like speculator markets was done, but I am totally wrong. I mean, it's worse now than it ever was. I mean, someone paying $130 for a comic that was $2 a day ago. You know what I mean? That's, I mean, you can only attribute that to fear of missing out, like a huge thing of FOMO. Yeah. And then also just trying to hang on to a universe that is no longer what it used to be.
Yeah. It's the FOMO, it's the whatnot, it's the eBay Live, it's that gambling, it's that that card market. It's like, this is the next hot thing. This is the next hot player. You better hope they don't get fucking hurt, because then their shit's gonna fucking tank. It's like that is that same mentality of buy. Oh, this is it. This is it. I'm chasing that dragon. Like, oh, this is it. This is it. It's like, stop believing this fucking hype. Like, just go into back bins and get the shit that's actually good. It's like, if you want to invest in stuff, you got to invest in the early golden age, silver age stuff that you know that will hold value. It's like, just unless you're obsessed with this stuff, and some people are, some people love it. I don't get it, but
I think it's the thrill of the sale, right? Or the thrill to buy, the bargain.
Dopamine. You like
or like the gambling. They're like, oh man, I can't miss. But no, I think you mentioned a really valid word there, and that's, I think you said something like to the effect of hold. Will its value hold? And no, none of these will hold. Like, these will all tank. And so if anything, if I were to invest in any one of these, not because of MCU spec, but just because of the classic nature of what it is alone, would be Avengers Volume 1, issue number 25. Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. Like, if anything, I'd go for this one. But even still, it's like, okay, it's the first Avengers versus Doom, which is okay. That's a
sure.
I don't know. Would you call that a key? I don't think that's a key necessarily.
No. It's a that's just all right.
It's not even a minor.
You're really
key.
trying here. Like, come on.
It's like an occurrence that happened. So like that's kind of interesting. Like, because then you could just start saying like, this is the first time that Captain America picked up his shield with his left hand, and it's like,
exactly.
Okay, like
what are we doing?
Cool.
What are you doing? Stop it! Just shut up.
Yeah. But yeah, 1966. Like, yeah, this would hold its value. Everything else on that list just feels like it would
bought it for a good price. If you buy it now at an inflated price, you're stupid.
You are dumb. Yes. One of my good friends, Journo, Chris Journo over at Journo's Comics and Pop Culture, he did a great video about this. Just like, it's insanity. It's literal insanity when people are buying this for $150, $200. But even he was saying, he was like, I'm not going to call these people idiots. Like, I'm going to say that this is like idiocy, but I will gladly call this people idiots if they buy these.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. But like, no, seriously, like I don't, it is very sad that this is how the current market is looking right now because of this, stupid whatever. So,
well, it is, and it makes it tough to buy. But like, let's say you've always been a big Doctor Doom fan. Yeah. You've always loved Doctor Doom. You want to buy every Doctor Doom cover, any Fantastic Four that Doctor Doom's been on. You want to buy all those. So it's like, you're like, oh, I'm missing Avengers 25. When I get that book, I'll have it. And then now it's like, then you go to want to buy it, and you're like, well, fuck these price. It's like, this is ridiculous. It's like, and
Yeah.
I'm not buying it because I want to flip it. I'm buying it because I want it for me, or I want to complete a run. I want the first 30 issues of Avengers or whatever the fuck. It's like it's stupid shit like this that causes these books that don't mean really much of anything other than to you, because I like Doctor Doom and I want this book. It's like, well, now you're making it impossible for me to get this book for no reason other than the fact a guy walked out on stage dressed like Doctor Doom.
Yep. And yeah, that's the thing too, is like, you get people who are maybe just entering the MCU and they're like, oh, that's cool. I'd love to get that book. Or like, Wolverine 88. Like they go and they check Wolverine 88 and it's like a $60 raw book right now. And they're like, whoa. They're like, I'd really love to read that book, but I can't get my hands on that. Like, that's way too expensive for me. And like you said, maybe they're just fans. And it's like, man, but they may not know. And that's what's sad, is that they may not know that right now is the worst possible time to buy that book. Wait another year and that book will be $20. You know what I mean? Like, so it sucks that that's where we're at. But I do think it's good for us to try and help people and say like, hey, don't buy these books right now. If you are a Doom fan, just wait it out. You'll
still be there.
They will still be
so scarce to where you'll never find it.
Yeah. Unless it's Wolverine 310, the Stephen Platt 1 in 50 variant or whatever.
And apparently, any cocksucker that owns that doesn't fucking put them up for sale unless they're $40,000 and they're 35 times signed. It's like, all right, you're just a piece of shit.
Yep. Or the black and white variant, and it's like, okay, now you're just showing off. So
yeah, it's like, go to hell.
So yeah, all in all, this is sad. Like I said, I thought that this was a thing of the past, but I guess all it takes is one appearance of RDJ on a stage in San Diego Comic-Con for people to just blow their loads all over again, like they've got COVID money. And man, these are gonna fall really hard. So
I didn't get that much COVID money during COVID to where I'm like, I need to start like. I think Amy and I think we got a check for like $1,000 or some shit, and it's just like, why are people like who is getting money that I don't know about? Because I'm like, we didn't get jack shit. So I'm like, what fucking money are they like? Are you talking about COVID money?
All these comic collectors were getting like $2,500 because they're like, oh yeah, bringing in the money.
Get anything?
What I find interesting about this too, the last thing I'll say about this is like, I wonder, are people getting these books because they want to sell them when the movie comes out? Or do they want to buy these books because they are excited to have them so that once the movie does come out, they can say, look, I have this book. I got in on the ground level. I bought this book and now I have it now that the movie's out. And I don't know which one it is, because if it's either one of them, you're already too late. The speculator market, you have to be months, years ahead of when this MCU stuff comes out. And if that's the case, then you sell the book. But if you're trying to buy and then sell this right now, there's no way. There's no way you're going to get a return on investment.
I guess the only way is if a trailer drops and that hype comes back up.
There you go.
Like, this will be good. Then I guess you could probably drop the book then if you really wanted to, but man, like that, it's that level that like scares me. It's not like it's even that much money. It's really not, but like it's that mentality though. Like you hope I can get this money for this book when the trailer drops. I hope it's a good trailer. I hope people still care. And I don't get it.
Yeah, I guess because that's the other question is like, if they release it or if they sell it once the trailer drops, or if they hang on to it and they're like waiting till the movie comes out, what if the movie sucks? And then you're like, well, I got this stupid book for a movie that was awful. Son of a. I can't do anything with this. I spent $130 on it.
Could sell it for $135.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what they're hoping, is that they're like, I made a profit. It's like,
Drew, you're muted.
Shipping. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Drew, you're not coming through. Man, internet technical difficulties tonight
Yeah.
with Drew,
Still
unfortunately.
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Can you hear me?
There we go. Now we can hear you.
Oh, it's like I was saying all this mindful, all this brilliant stuff. But yeah, it's honestly we're not going to get a trailer for probably a year. I mean, wait until like San Diego. We may get in San Diego next year before we get like a teaser trailer of any of this shit, and then we'll see what happens. And then that's when those probably spike again. But till then, they're going to probably steadily dip down. But honestly, like, how many suckers bought Kang comic books that they're stuck?
Oh no, that's right. Oh, and then Kang got defeated by ants. He got defeated by socialist ants.
Oh, he got defeated by the courts of justice, I believe, in New York City.
Oh well, if we're going meta, then yes, that too. Or no, sorry, was it socialist or communist ants? I forget. But yeah, no, he got defeated by those, and then he got defeated multiple times, like in Loki and plenty of other like series and movies and things like that. So yeah, that was I feel bad for those speculators who bought in on the Kang hype, because you know that this whole thing, you know, you know what, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should go back, and when Kang was like, when his, you know, initial thing for Marvel Phase 5 or 4, whatever it was, I wonder if the weekly top 10 was all just Kang stuff. I could have sworn that it was.
Guarantee it was.
I guarantee it, yeah. And not just that, look back at what Marvel was doing. Marvel was pumping out Kang comics out the wazoo. They were making Colin Kelly, Jackson Lansing. They even wrote a Kang miniseries, and Carlos Magno was on the art. And they were really making him to be the next big thing after Donny Cates had his shit with Thanos fail. They're going to make Kang the next big guy. And yeah, man, they have changed trajectory pretty hard over the past year or so.
Yeah, pretty drastically. So, well, I think that just about does it for, you know, going over the Doom hype. But man, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I guess I must have not remembered it from Kang. I'm sure this was kind of the same thing with Kang, but not to this extent. I mean,
this level of stupidity.
Yeah, 8 out of the 10 books are Doctor Doom or Iron Man, Doctor Doom related, but then it's just the prices. The prices of these are what's killing me here.
People
like
are
the
stupid.
130 here is just.
Yeah, people are stupid. I mean, and we're only going to see more of it.
Yeah.
That Doom. So the Doom one shot. Don't buy it now because it's overpriced. But that was a fun book. I would recommend that one.
Oh, okay.
Can't buy it
but
now.
You can
that Doom, that one shot that we read.
Yeah.
When did that come out? A few months ago.
That was down here, the most recent one, right?
Yeah, like that was a fun book. That was a fun story. I really like that one.
It's their number 20.
Yeah,
it's this guy.
Yep, that one.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's a $50 book right now.
Whoa!
Why?
Because it's got Doom on the cover and it says Doom.
Oh my god!
Obviously,
come on, guys, it's Doom.
RDJ is going to make that pose in the trailer, and that's why you have to get that book.
Exactly. Duh. Yeah. Any good speculator knows that.
Of course.
Yeah, no, I didn't read this one, but I heard good things. So
no, it was good. So I recommend picking it up and reading it, but don't pick it up now. Wait till
no
bombs probably. Nah,
or just no, it'll it's got RDJ. Then
it'll make
the seals will come out and go, oh, I remember him. I know that guy.
I know Doomsday. It's a DC comic character, right?
Doomsday with the green hood.
He's gonna fight Doomsday. So Doctor Doom is going to fight Doomsday.
Yeah, but RDJ crossover as Doctor Doom will fight another RDJ as Doomsday.
Oh shit! As Lex Luthor, who creates Doomsday.
Now we're talking.
Oh man, look at the DC versus Marvel crossover. Holy shit!
God, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I can't miss.
Our own spec. Is that going to be on the next cover price?
Apparently. Damn. I can't miss. Speaking of RDJ, this is totally off topic, but I watched a video the other day that was pretty funny, and it was like who did it better, and it was or no, it was not who did it better. It was these clips have the same feeling to them, and the first clip was Kamala Harris, and she's going, man, when I would be invited to my friend's Thanksgiving, I would make the best green beans. We'd have so much green beans. We'd have to put them in the tub. And she's like, we cooked them green beans in the tub because there were so many green beans. But we did that for our friends and they loved it or whatever. Then they showed the clip of Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. And he's like,
oh, the saucier that is San Antonio. That one?
San Antonio. And I was like, oh my God, it's perfect. So, unrelated, I understand. I know, but funny nonetheless.
The pandering.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. You can Pokemon go to the polls. I mean, that was Hillary, but still, more pandering. Kids like Pokemon Go.
They do.
I was gonna say we could do Jim Shooter's interview about the comic book industry, but that would probably take us another 30 minutes or so to go over that story. So, and I'll probably save it for Max's Man Cave or something. Really great.
He's a racist pig, so I don't want to hear anything he has to say.
Oh, he's a bigot. Oh shoot. Yeah. Did he get canceled?
He should be.
Oh,
Jim Shooter?
He better be canceled.
I mean, the man is a legend. He basically took over for Stan Lee, so I don't want to hear
mouth shut.
I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of it. But we will go into comic book reviews if you guys are good with that. We missed 2 weeks ago. So we're going to go over some of the comics from 2 weeks ago, and then we're going to go over this week's comics. But before we do that, I want to show this bad boy off. Drew, what do we got here? Big Four Comics.
Yeah, Big Four. Yeah, Big IV Comics right here.
Or Big IV, sorry. Big IV Comics.
Big IV, yeah. IV short for Ivan. He runs and owns Big IV Comics with his wife. And these are the covers, the preview editions for Head Shop #1. These are they're on sale right now on the website, preview edition, edited by the great Josh McDonald, our friend Josh McDonald. Yeah. And so the actual physical books will be at Terrificon next weekend, as well as Chicago Fan Expo, which I will be at. Nice. Big Ivan, he'll be at Terrificon. I will be at Chicago. So if you're in either place, come on out and we'll get some copies out to you. And Cindy Augusto did that beautiful cover. I reached out to Cindy and said, hey, this cover is amazing. Thank you for this. And I am psyched. I'm really hoping people crack this open and just see like what's in store, because when they crack this open and see what happens, they're not even going to see what's they're not going to see it coming. Really. It's like, well, what the hell happened here? I got to see what happens next. So yeah, I'm very proud of this series. And I think Josh is too, because what we got planned is going to be pretty exciting.
Hell yeah. Can't wait, man. Yeah, I'll have you guys save a copy for me as well. Or if you guys want, you can buy it right now with for $15 for the trade, or for the trade dress, excuse me, for issue 1 preview. And wow. That is one hot mama. Speaking of hot mamas, we've also got Damsel and Unholy Nightmare coming out with these two beauties, and you guys can get these ones as well. So what do we got going on here, Drew?
Yeah, so another pre-order right now for Damsel and the Unholy Nightmare. Damsel is the title, belongs to Murphy, who is she is the owner of Crowd Control, who helped to run the successful campaign for Unholy Nightmare, as well as countless others. And since Chicago Fan Expo is next weekend as well, we're going to do our own exclusive for the show. It's a joint connecting cover set of Damsel and Unholy Nightmare. We got both of our characters. I've got Jenny, and she's got her Damsel. So we decided to get Marissa Pope to do a connecting cover set and like a period piece, and she killed it. And I absolutely love it, and Aurelio loves it, and there's going to be limited numbers for these. Like some are limited to 50, 75, like 25 or 10. do not miss out on this, guys. Limited quantities. These are so it's not the full issue of Unholy Nightmare. It's still the preview edition. So we're finishing up the issue next month. We're going to print and fulfillment next month, but you'll still be able to get the preview for this. And I think, from what I understand, we've already made our printing cost back in like a day for these for the pre-sale. So that's fantastic. And I can't wait to sell more of these at Chicago as well. And if you can't make it Chicago, pick them up now. So you don't want to miss out, guys.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And I'd say even go for this one because you're going to get $10 off if you get both of them. So yeah, no, I think this is a great idea for you guys to have the connecting cover set. I think that's awesome. And Murphy is a fantastic creator as well. But yeah, if you guys want to either get Headshot, the issue 1 preview, or the Damsel / Unholy Nightmare set, you guys can do so. The links are in the description below. So go under this video right here where it says description, and then you'll see the links for Drew's comics. He's got the sign up for Unholy Nightmare, the just the regular format edition, and then he's also got the Damsel edition, and then he's got Headshot. So I put the links down there for you guys. So hopefully you guys can click on those and reserve yourself a copy because you're going to want it. Trust me.
Absolutely. Yeah. By the time New York Comic Con rolls around, you're not going to miss out on this. And we got big plans coming. Plans and schemes.
Ooh, schemes. I don't know if I like plans. Schemes sounds a little debaucherous. Yes. So let's get into some comic book reviews. Last week, there was a little movie that came out. Just a little bit of a film, indie film. You may have heard of it, called Deadpool and Wolverine. I always want to call it Deadpool v Wolverine, but it's like Batman v Superman, like that abomination.
Not Trap. Got it.
You know what? I will actually say, here's praise for the film. I would watch Deadpool and Wolverine over Batman v Superman. How about that? That's pretty high praise. That's pretty. Well, no, actually, no. Because I give Batman and Superman a 2. So.
Wow. That's low.
No.
Wow.
There's nothing redeeming about that movie. Well, Max, there are 2 points of redeeming things in that movie, but that's it.
That hurts, Max.
That hurts. I mean, you don't have a personal connection to Batman v Superman, no?
Batman is so incredibly well portrayed in that film by Ben Affleck. No. Lifesaver. He is amazing.
A man of the people. Yeah. I forget that you're a sympathizer. A Snyder sympathizer. Gosh.
I would say
an apologist, yeah.
Not for Zack Snyder, absolutely not. No. It's like,
well, for Scott Snyder as well. So for both Snyders, I mean, let's just be real. If you like one, you like the other. The
only Schneider I follow is John Schneider, who played
Schneider.
Paul Kent. He played and Rob Schneider, but John Schneider played Paul Kent. Yeah.
Okay. I always love the South Park. Rob Schneider is a stapler.
God, I haven't seen that in so long. That's so awesome.
It's a great episode. Yeah. So, did you guys get a chance to read this before we hopped on the stream?
No, I didn't get a chance. I haven't read it. I mean, I read it a long time ago. But I really don't remember much about it. But
when you're a wee lad.
Art's good. I do remember that.
Dude, the art in this is freaking tastic. Like, there's good art. What's up?
Primetime Adam Kubert here.
Yes. Like masterclass Adam Kubert. Like, you could do an entire channel just on this issue of Adam Kubert's Wolverine. It's so damn good. Now I think this was during the time where Wolverine had his bone claws, which I also think is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Wolverine comes into the fore of this story. He's looking for Kane, and he's wondering who Kane is. Kane is essentially another Weapon X program like soldier. So he's looking for Kane, and he comes in and he finds, instead of Kane, he finds Deadpool. But man, look at it. This is how you used to start a comic book, man. Look at this. Look at this 2-pager. That's
Get rid of that. It's the Deadpool, folk. Fuck off with that shit.
You know,
It's like, all right.
Well, for this time, Deadpool had not become annoying yet. Deadpool was still
Annoying.
Oh, this is
Look
new.
at that. That doesn't annoy you. Pisses me off.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. All right.
No.
Yeah, because he's doing the. That's all, folks. Yeah, it's corny, but that is Deadpool. So, but look at that Wolverine pose.
That's awesome.
That's cool. I don't even know how he does that.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think you can do that anymore.
Lots of yoga. No. But like the gritting of the teeth, the jaw that's like kind of coming out, the bone claws that are just like
long those are.
Yeah, those are some. They're, which is funny because they're longer than his forearm, which means that they would have to go back up into like his bicep. But like Deadpool, how Deadpool is laid out with like the leg, he's like a crazy gymnast.
Yeah, like
Wolverine
Spider-Man.
being all squatty. Yeah, he does actually look like Spider-Man. But no, this whole issue, the middle part slows down, but the whole issue for the most part is Wolvie fighting Deadpool, and it's badass. I mean, this right here is just so sick. I mean, look, the bone claws ripping up the clothes and the skin. He's lifting him up like literally into the air. And then this scowl. Oh, the faces on Adam Kubert, man.
Yeah.
Action poses throughout. Yeah. So damn good. Whew. I just wish, like, why'd you do it on the crease, man? Why are we putting it on the crease? Let us see it.
It's a rookie move.
Yeah. Strategy, Cotton. See what it pays off.
See if it pays off for him. This is Adam at his peak. Like, this is the peak of not only comic books, but like peak of Adam. There was something else. Oh, let me see if I can pull this off. My show notes. There was something else I was going to say. Yeah, the middle portion of this book basically takes a real hard like pace slowdown. Kane is acting with Vanessa, and Vanessa is Deadpool's girlfriend. So you're like, but then they find each other again, and Wolverine and Deadpool start fighting again. Like this whole thing, it's like, oof, okay, all right. It hit a brick pace, and then you're just like, ugh. Wolverine gets in a cab to go find Deadpool. Deadpool finally finds Vanessa, and they start fighting. Look at this feminist moment. You've got a lot of gall calling me your girl. I don't even let Garrison use those possessive pronouns. Yeah. But yeah, no, she's got no organs, Drew. What the hell? Look at this. Look at that. I don't see any organs.
She can't breathe.
Nope. But some cool action poses here. Some fight scenes. Wolverine jumping out of the cab to go find Deadpool.
All those
Deadpool,
3D assets. Just nothing.
Oh yeah, just total. And even like the panel layouts too, all seem super unique. Like it's not just 6 panels on a page. Like all of this seems like so wild and just dynamic. Like even during the most mundane, like boring stuff that's happening, which is Wolverine just driving in a cab, you still feel energy here, which is pretty rad.
Hell yeah.
Wolverine finally finds Deadpool at this theater, and Deadpool gives him an ultimatum. He says, I'm going to throw a sword at Vanessa, and I'm going to throw a sword at Kane and you have to choose who lives and who dies.
Ah, the old whatever you call
ultimate, yeah, the
it. The old ultimatum. Spider-Man,
the old
Gwen Stacy. Yeah.
But yeah, both of them live. Wolverine saves the day. And Deadpool throws a grenade and gets the hell out of there. So
classic.
This almost looked like Silvestri to me for a second. I was like, whoa, is this maybe not this case?
Yeah,
but like
it does a little bit, yeah.
Girl, Vanessa kind of looked like Cyberforce a little bit, and I was like, oh.
Well, it was bear in mind when this issue came out, that was very, very popular at that time, that style.
Yo, yeah.
And a lot of creators were aping that style. Yep, a lot of creators were aping that style. And hey, why not?
Yeah. But like it's stuff like this, like the first portion of this book really shines. And to me, this is why I would probably say Adam might be the better out of the Adam versus Andy.
Oh, and yeah. Adam is.
He was. I mean, he was. But but unfortunately, I will say this was peak Adam. This is 94.
Yeah.
And where Adam is right now, it's not him in 94. Unfortunately. With that being said, you look at Andy right now. Andy's still doing GI Joe covers right now, currently for Energon Universe, and they look fucking amazing. I mean, his style hasn't changed. So if you really,
that's true.
It's like he's had better consistency in his art. I'll say that.
Andy?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. Because we saw him in Dallas at the Dallas Fan Expo. And he had a line out the door. Like he was still fairly popular. But the covers that people were bringing to him, I mean, he's got the Gambit cover. He's got the multiple Gambit covers.
He's got hundreds of fantastic covers he's done. Hundreds.
Oh yeah. And all of those covers are interiors too. Like he's doing the interiors to those books as well. So
yeah.
Yep.
So Andy has had an incredible career. I mean, did the classic X-Men, what is it? X-Men 25, which is Wolverine gets the adamantium taken out of his bones.
Yep.
But then Adam did Wolverine 75. Let me see if I can find that one.
Yep,
which has maybe one of my favorite panels in all of comic books. Besides like Isom when he falls on the taxi or the yellow car, right?
That's beyond iconic. That is...
I mean, yeah. That will live in infamy in comic book history. So
that'll be infamous.
So famous, infamous.
Yep.
Oh, there it is right there. Yes, there it is.
So awesome.
This is one of my favorite depictions of Wolvie of all time. All time. Look at that. So cool.
So awesome.
Like, nothing gets more badass. And this is Adam. So but this too, like he was really on his game in the 90s, man. Just crushing it with a lot of these books. So
he was on something while doing it, but yeah,
he was on talent.
That too.
Yeah, and on top of it, remember, don't forget, on top of it, we reviewed this, the spirits of this, what the hell,
Spirits
Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns. It was him, Joe, and all three of them. Adam, Andy, and Joe were working on those books, and it looked flipping amazing.
Oh yeah, no, those were, especially that first issue, that Ghost Rider 30 issue, Ghost Rider issue 30 something. I forget what it was.
Yeah, it's cool.
But that was sick. I love that. Which was it? 85. I'm looking for. Shoot, I'm trying to remember which issue it was. There was another great book that, oh god, you gotta be kidding me. Pop-ups, and they're asking me to verify how many motorcycles are in this page or in this thing, and it's like, ugh, get out.
Trick question. There aren't any.
Exactly. Let's see. Look at how many Wolverine books there are.
Woo, boy.
I guess he was the most popular character for a reason, huh?
Is this the worst cover of all time? Oh, see, they're going to do it to me. Bus.
Yep.
Bus. Verify.
Enhance.
Ugh.
Oh,
I mean,
this guy. So Max,
Yeah.
this guy, this artist, he's done numerous Marvel cards. He did a lot of the Marvel trading cards back in the 90s as well. And they were better than this. Not much, but they were slightly better.
Yeah, it's Gary Busey as Wolverine.
But the teeth aren't even like, they're not even like the one side is larger.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's good. It's really good.
Oh, it's Jake Busey.
Yep.
I cannot believe that this ever got past editorial. I mean,
between him and Frank Miller, and I mean, it's they're toss-ups for some really just yikes swings.
And I'm sure they paid $2,000 to $5,000 for that cover.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, look at this bite. The bites look like it's oily and like it's like
wrong, like just like it was on something else. Like
this one looks fine. Like this arm looks okay. But then, like, the forearm here looks super small and weak. But then this massive, like, wrinkly bicep. It's so weird. I hate that. The more I look at it, the more it's like a nightmare fuel.
So haunting.
It's so haunting. Oh, it's so terrible. Oh, don't take me back. Don't you do it.
It's repulsive, yet I can't look away. It's the Kramer.
Yeah, it is the Kramer. Well, no, Kramer's at least, his buttocks are spectacular.
He's a loathsome, evil brute, but I can't look away.
Man, I can't remember which issue it was that had like Wolverine and Sabretooth and they were fighting. It wasn't 100.
Oh, that was another great one. That Wolverine versus Cyber, that issue just showed. Fantastic issue. That was when Wolverine, I think,
First X 23.
Yep, yes, it is. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, is it? Oh, nice. And it was Sam Keith, right?
It is and it isn't.
Yeah.
Was it 69?
Giggity.
Oh, Wolverine 90.
Is that the one with the cover on the side cover of Wolverine and Sabretooth?
It's the one where it's like the gatefold cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one leading. That was the last one before Age of Apocalypse kicked off.
Then it all went to hell.
Yeah, baby. Thank you, chat. Knew I could count on you.
Yeah.
Oh, I found this at a convention because I couldn't find it at my local comic shop. Like, I couldn't find it anywhere for some reason. It's not like it's a rare book or anything.
No.
But I found this at a convention. I was so excited. I was like, "What do you want for it?" And they're like, "I don't know, like $5-10. I don't know." I was like, "I'll give you anything." I was just
$50.
$50.
Okay.
I mean, look at Sabretooth. Holy crap, dude. This is so sick.
Oh yeah.
I do like Wolverine's hair in this one a lot. Now, what do y'all think about the ponytail though? I asked Aaron.
Bun. It's gay as fuck.
I was like, is he trying to do the samurai thing, right?
Probably.
Because he did, his roots are from Madripoor. So maybe he's trying to do like the Hey, Mariko.
You want to fuck me?
I mean, he's wearing the Rocky 3 workout shirt. He's getting a bubble bath.
Yeah, it's the crop top, dude. Look at that. He's got little abs showing. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yep. Him and Apollo Creed are running on a beach. He's going for it.
Gosh dang it. I miss the 90s so much.
I know.
So much. This is so fun. But yeah, just another like really, really great fun, action-packed. I mean, look at this, dude. So this is why. So when anyone like his teeth are chipping here, This is why whenever Marvel says like, this is the most action-packed Wolverine vs. Sabretooth comic ever, I just look at this and I go, really? Are you sure about that?
Explicit, extreme.
Yeah.
No, and mature readers only. Okay.
Later, Cajun. Have a great night, brother.
Later.
See ya.
But yeah, no, because wasn't that the most recent Wolverine? It was the Sabretooth War, right?
Yeah.
God, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah. And I'm like, listen, if it
Exiles.
ain't this, I don't want it.
All out war.
All out war. So yeah, no, it's sweet, but let's see. All right, so let's go. We'll kind of rapid fire some of these because just for the sake of time, I have to log into my League of Comic Geeks because they banned me. No, I'm kidding. Well, they did for one of my other accounts, but they didn't for my normal one.
Oh.
So, all righty then. Let's see. Rook Exodus issue number 4. I know we're kind of going way back into the Wayback Time Machine. But whatever you guys can remember from this one, just briefly kind of synopsis or briefly kind of give your thoughts on it. For me, I thought this was excellent. The art definitely carries the book because for the most part, the story in issue 4 was pretty straightforward. But man, it is just one giant action scene. So I loved it. But it's by far the best Ghost Machine book out there. So
yeah,
thoughts?
this was a fun issue. Yeah, it was very, like you said, it's very action packed, and it was great just seeing him struggle with the communication with the birds with his helmet. And that was the first. Didn't see that before.
And that this bear guy is potentially decommissioning all of it. Like if he's got Cerebro or their version of Cerebro, can he hack into all the animals? You know, so
that's what they're alluding to.
Yeah. So that might be a pretty cool storyline or a story beat. Kyle, you've been like in red hood, red cloak though. So red coat.
Yeah, it's been great. Mm-hmm.
Red boat.
Better than it's the best Ghost Machine book, right?
Oh, by far. Then Geiger, obviously.
Oof. Geiger. I forget the last time I read Geiger.
How could you forget?
I know.
He's still walking to things and still being a mopey, whiny bitch about everything.
Man, this is big. Rook has surpassed Transformers. Wow.
What?
Nah, get out of town. Incorrect. This is just a video game. I like it. It's a video game. That's what this is. And the art are just storyboards for a video game. And that's fine. You can pick your class of hero you want to be. Do you want to be the wolf person? Do you want to be the snake person? Oh, I want to have the snake powers. I want to have the wolf powers. I want to have this. It's like, and then you build out your character. It's a fucking RPG. It's still fun. The art is fantastic, but it's okay.
So I hear you say that Jason Fabok's art is basically storyboarding for video games.
Yeah, and it's great.
Ooh.
Great storyboards. They're going to be able to make a very amazing looking video game.
Oh no. All right. Well, is it the best Ghost Machine book though?
Yeah, but that's not a high bar. Everything else sucked.
Okay.
Until the new stuff comes out, until they have some of their horror titles or something else that could make a run for it.
Yeah.
Height Street in October. Can't wait for that.
That's
Twilight Zone one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's gonna be sick. Looking forward to
It's still, I know since we're talking about them, it's very odd that all of them canceled Chicago Fan Expo next week. It's just that was very queer. Very odd. Yeah.
Is it do you think it's a budget thing?
I don't know. It could be, but I mean, they haven't held back on that. I mean, everywhere they go, they've all been going as a group. MegaCon, New York, they've all been there. So,
well, Jason
very,
is
very
what
strange.
Canadian, so he probably didn't want to fly down.
Yeah. Kaiser says Redcoat is the better book. Oof.
Not even fucking close.
Whoa.
And Nuke, I agree, man. It's great when something new is good. That's always exciting.
New is always better.
Ooh. Is it though? Because Nyx is new, but
Nyx
my
is good.
God, was this one of the worst comic books? And I couldn't even finish it.
Why?
It was that bad. I got to here and I had to stop. I couldn't subject myself.
Because you don't know how to read, or what? Why? You didn't want to have a good story?
Oh my God.
Just envelop you and just
wrap you in a nice warm blanket.
Yeah.
Go, you want a great story?
Mm.
I'm just gonna read this and it'll say everything we need to know about Nyx issue number 1. Which some people are claiming, by the way, it's the best issue, or it's the best X-Men story of the, what is it? From the Ashes?
Yeah, all new, all different.
All new, all different.
All different.
All Krakoa, all different. All new Krakoa.
Yeah, even though it's not Krakoa anymore, we're still saying that how much we miss and love Krakoa, and how we all wish we were still on Krakoa. We still wish we had Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah.
495, literally 500 people gave this more than a 3-star rating.
Ooh, that's embarrassing.
Ooh, 500 people. I can't even fathom that. But hey, it's written by Tweedledee and Tweedledum, our favorite guys.
They're geniuses.
Genius. Can't miss.
Can't miss.
So this is what they came up with in their infinite wisdom.
Mm.
At the heart of all of this, mutants were an endangered community that had spent an inordinate amount of time doing one thing above all else, protecting its oppressor. Already, you can kind of see where this is going, and there are a lot of buzzwords, so hang in there.
Mm.
That's where I want to be Adam Sandler and Billy Madison. No!
Yeah, right. This is essentially inarguable. Can't argue it. Essentially. No matter what some of your parents think, the government of the United States financially financed the creation of and actually deployed giant killer robots against the mutant population. They were killing us, hunting us, as always, just merely because we exist. Oh, sorry, he didn't say that. I just added that because that's what they're trying to say.
It's amazing how the judicious rewriting of history, the judicious rewriting and just omitting of facts from the last couple of years, what the mutants actually did, is shocking.
Oh yeah.
I find Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I find it interesting that this character is reading from a book to which this may or may not have been published by somebody, but yet he then starts saying they were killing us, hunting us. So is this anecdotal, or are you reading this from a book to which the writer is writing in a tense to which they're saying they were killing us and hunting us? Because if you're saying they were killing us and hunting us, everything you've said up until that point now is completely biased now, because you're reading from your point of view and saying, well, as a mutant, they were obviously doing this. It's like, but you have a book open.
Yeah.
So is this objective, subjective? Like, what are you saying here? It sounds like your credibility has just gone to shit from my perspective.
Yeah. I think it's his diary, maybe, but these are all textbooks, it looks like.
Right.
So maybe he's just holding it open to look smart. Because you're right. This doesn't sound like he's reading something. And if he is reading something, how can you be objective? Like, or he's being more subjective and speaking from his experience. Maybe,
And what he's saying,
yeah.
he is saying his one point of view is the law, is the right. You cannot
Right.
argue with anything I'm saying. That is not how you operate a fucking classroom at all.
Right.
Yep.
He goes on to say, and yet we protected them in the most colorful outfits we could manage, looking brilliant under the weight of the entire world. That was Charles Xavier's dream, that we take it forever. Despite what the news would have you believe, Krakoa was inevitable. It was necessary. And I'm going to ask every one of you in this class to
Wow.
respect that and treat it with empathy.
Mm.
So the terrorist
Oh.
organization of Krakoa should be treated with empathy.
Mm.
The terrorist Sodom and Gomorrah nation,
Yeah.
of
Mhm.
Krakoa, holding nations hostage to buy their medicines and drugs. And if you don't, we are going to inflict harm upon your nation. Yeah, that's very peaceful and loving and supportive of the human people, the human race.
Yeah.
Mm.
But what was Krakoa? What will it become as its cultural institutions, its language, its religion integrates with the human world? In this class, that's exactly what we will be. And then someone goes, "Oh, what a load of bullshit. Is that
I
really
agree.
how it's going to be, Prodigy?"
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's actually someone actually stood up and was like, "That's BS."
Yeah.
But yeah, this is how they like to portray young Zoomers. Is like they can just interrupt the professor, interrupt the classroom at any time and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, is it David?" And like completely just patronize them and condescendingly call them out. And he's like, "It's Professor Aileen, I guess, because it's a they them."
Gay.
And I don't appreciate you not swearing. So yeah. Once I saw that, I was like, okay, I don't need any more of that in my life. So
But it's true. So truth hurts.
no.
It's inarguable. You cannot argue with it.
Oh yeah. No, I guess you're right. Shoot.
Like, this is a nation where everyone, I mean, it was an orgy-filled nation where everyone was fucking each other.
Oh my god.
They were
and bringing
they
each
were
other back to life. Yeah.
back to life. Yeah, dying countless times, regardless of the fact just no whims, no cares. It's like, really supposed to sympathize with that? No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could go back to the 40s and hear certain people talk about how they were right and everyone else was wrong and what they were doing was just. And it was inarguable to think differently than them. So,
you know, actually, we don't have to go that far back, Kyle. We can go back into, let's say, a few weeks ago to the nation's capital when some people were raising a different flag than ours.
That's true.
I mean, those people believe that they are right. So
yeah, it's inarguable.
I know, inarguable. Can't argue it.
But they're the heroes.
Is it you can't argue it, or that you will be silenced by force if you argue it?
Good question.
Yeah. These are the hard-hitting questions that we need to figure out.
Maybe in the next issue, they'll get to that.
Maybe. Feral issue number 5. My God, this was the best Feral issue, hands down, bar none. This is the Feral issue to read. This was by far the best one so far. I don't know how you guys felt about it.
I think.
Yeah, I had a blast.
So it was a cliffhanger ending, right? I'm trying to. I'm trying to remember.
So
yeah, they had just left the house. They just in the barn. Yeah.
The barn. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
this was good.
Elsie and Gigi, the 2 female cats, they have to get out of the house because Patch is still, the Patch is like all effed up. So then Jonas starts fighting Patch, like the big cat, and they start fighting, and Lord has already run away. So like shit's gone nuts right now. Like that's the opening of the issue. Then there's a moment where like Elsie breaks down and she's like, "I can't do this." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is getting like intense, man." Like you really feel for these characters. And you feel like the weight of the book finally like hitting you. But then Jonas comes back out after he's fought Patch, and you see that he's been scratched, and he's like, oh no, he's like, Elsie, and right before he can say it, bam, you hear a gun blast,
Yeah.
and you see the humans coming with the guns, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? Like, everything is just going to shit.
Yeah.
I was screaming while reading this book. Like, everything that could have gone wrong goes wrong in this issue, and it's by far the best one that they've put. Like,
Oh,
1
I
through
was
5.
cheering. I'm rooting for the humans in
Well,
this. I just want them to just fucking shoot every one of these cats in the face, and I'm just like, yes,
boo.
yes,
No,
another one
Kyle,
down.
No,
Hang them up,
Boo.
get them. Let's
No.
go.
no,
Oh, I love it.
no. It's like the Trish and Tony, they've got me to care about these cats. And
Yeah.
hey,
See?
someone's in the chat. We talk about Farrell, and she shows up.
There she
There
is.
she is.
Look at
Hey!
this.
Hey,
Look at this.
Hey.
I love you shooting cats in the face. I want more of it. More
No.
cats being shot. Yes.
You know what? We're muting Kyle. Get out of here. You're not. We're not letting him talk. No, I'm kidding. No, Trish. Seriously, this was stunningly good. I was like, I told these guys, I was stunning, or I was screaming because of this issue. I couldn't. Like, just when you think you get your footing, you get punched in the face again by another. Like, oh my god, no. But I did like that when Jonas gets shot. Elsie, it's like Saving Private Ryan, because all she hears is just like,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
everything is like, she's like, everything's all discombobulated, and she's like, what's happening? So they finally they leave, they find the barn, and just when you're like, okay, a little bit of respite, the barn is filled with like bats that are all infected.
Mm-hmm. That was
Dude.
awesome.
Yeah.
So Trish, the bats. Once the bats get there, you're finally like, okay, the issue's over. We've calmed down. Nope. Because Elsie goes to find Gigi, and just when she opens up the crate to find Gigi, there are 3 little kittens, and you're like, oh my god, no. Oh, why are you pulling at my heartstrings? Oh,
Yep. They got to shoot the kittens now? Yes.
no. Oh, Gigi and her BBs. Oh my god.
It's just the stakes have raised dramatically now, and
Yes.
it's terrifying, and I just love, like you said, that the playing with our emotions. You know how it goes from humor, it goes from terrifying to a little bit of levity to sadness, back to horror. It just I love it all. It just got the full gamut of emotions reading this series.
Oh, this was, dare I say, this was my pick of the week that week? I mean, because there were a lot of good books that came out. Nemesis, Conan, Farrell, Rook, but this was just a roller coaster of emotions. Trish, you guys did a number on me that night. I was like, I had to grab a glass of water and like take a deep breath. That was heavy. This whole issue just had me for a ride, man. Oh,
yeah.
Trish,
because I had just read it and I was talking to Trish. I told her like what you just said. Like this was probably my favorite issue, and I talked to her about like there was one panel I talked about. Like I think it would have changed. I would have changed slightly, make it more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It was that page, the gunshot. And she mentions that, yeah, there's some concept art she had done, different positionings for like that, how the shot would have been. I may or may not have gotten to see that concept art. And yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. That'd be cool. And so for issue 6, it sounds like we're going to get in the mind of Patch, who's currently actually still alive, surprisingly. that we saw at the end of the issue. And so I wonder what's going through his mind as kind of a zombie. So, or as an infected, feline. Speaking of which, speaking of felines, hi.
Uh-oh.
We'll show this one. He's not infected though. He's just heavy. Kaiser, yes, feral spoilers are over. Dude, you have to read this issue. You have to read it. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks. You got to read it now.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there he goes. All right. So that was feral. Man, yeah, I can't say enough good things about this. So let's move on to Conan. Now, Drew, I know you loved this issue. Do you remember kind of what went on in this one?
This one was a very much more introspective tale about Conan, his past as a kid, coming up against like the beliefs of his tribe, his father, what they believe in Crom and everything, and like you have Conan who doesn't necessarily believe that. He is struggling to believe what they believe, and we learn along the way as he's grown up what he comes to believe in. And it's like, all right, cool. I dig it. You really, if you're not familiar with Conan, his beliefs, his motivations, this issue is a great jumping on point to see what drives him, and as well as his beliefs and his people. It's a great. If you're familiar with Conan, it's gonna be nothing new to you. But if you're new to it, it's great. And at the very end of it, the character they're introducing, I cannot wait for the next issue. I'm excited.
Ooh. Yeah, it's gonna be sexy. Sexy. No, I thought this was awesome. What I really liked about it was well, one, it's a callback to issue number 1. So the original art piece that I have, do you guys remember the bear that's in it? So in issue number 1, Conan is carrying a bear. And the
He is?
yeah, let me see if we can pull it up. Yeah.
It's been a hot minute since I read issue 1.
No, that's fair. But I talked to Jim because he was on Twitter and he told me be on the lookout for that bear in issue number 13. But there's a portion here in the book, the 2-pager that I have, where did I pass it? Maybe I passed it. Where is it? Here we go. It says Conan's mind drifts off to younger days. He remembers that as soon as he was old enough to heft a blade, he trained with sword and spear, honing his body to defend Samaria from invaders. His ancestors were certain would threaten their freedom. They were right at the battle of this thing. Conan and barbarians from more than 40 tribes pushed back the Aquilonian army. What should have been a soul-stirring triumph instead left the boy feeling hollow and unfulfilled, which was kind of how he felt in issue 13, because he's trying to find his way. He's really trying to find his purpose. And then he goes, it set him on his current journey, searching for meaning in the wider world. He longed for a challenge that could truly test his might. And that is what happens in issue 13 when he fights the bear. So, so this whole scene is actually, this whole book was a callback to this scene here. So pretty damn cool.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Conan 13 was great. What was the other one? So we did Wolverine, Rook, Nyx, Conan, Feral. Oh, Nemesis.
Yep.
Nemesis. Yeah.
Nemesis.
Now, Kyle, you actually have original art from the first Nemesis.
I do.
Did you read Nemesis Rogues Gallery?
I did. I kind of remember the beginning with the hospital stuff. That's kind of all I kind of remember. I liked it, whatever this was. I'm trying to when I remember reading it and really liking it at the time, but I can't fucking remember what went after that or how it ended. But
that's fair. But at least I was going to say you liked it though.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
I liked it.
Did you? So spoilers. Do you at the very last page? He's considering getting a sidekick. What do we think about this decision?
I know. Oh, that part. I'm just like,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
it's Mark Miller. It's like I trust him. So
yeah, how could you not?
Yeah, it's like go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah, the chicken bone in the eye. Yes, that's right.
He's that chewing on the chicken bone.
That's like nice to him, right? And he's like, "No, I'll be fine." He's like,
"Oh yeah,
kill this guy too." It's like, damn, man.
Well, he was like, I think he was being a little cheeky with him because he was like, "Hey, you, Mister, I got your food ready," and he's like, "I want to kill you so badly right now. Like you have no idea how much I want to kill you." So I think he does kill that guy. Or no, wait. No, he doesn't kill that guy. The chicken bone, that was the guy who was the daughter, the daughter who died. It was the father who came to kill him. So
man, I gotta go. I'm gonna go back and look at this real
quick.
Yeah.
No, it's super good.
I don't remember.
Drew, do you remember this one? Oh, he's getting his mic set up. But yeah,
sorry, I was talking to the Big IV real quick.
Oh, nice. Okay, sweet, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I did read this. I really enjoyed this. It was just it was fun. It was a fun issue because it's like we're accustomed to Mark Miller, his storytelling and his characters in near impossible situations. It's like we're all wondering how the hell is he going to get out of this hospital bed? We know it's going to happen. Yeah. How is he going to get out of it? And yeah, I dug it. I liked what happened. I went along with it. The art is fantastic. I love the angles. I love the shadows under the eyes. You see, if you scroll back up, Max, just you see like the madness, the anger, the intensity with the shadows under from the angle from under the eyes. You see the menace. And not just in him, but like the janitorial staff, the doctors, the soldiers. I love it all. This artist did a great job with that, and I love the tension build up in this, and I love later on after eventually he does get out, and we learn that he has to pay a price to get to where he was, and I like what this is hinting and leading to. Just the madness has not ended.
No, not at all. In fact, it's just getting started.
Yeah.
So hot take. I thought
it.
I know, right? Maybe I'm spoiled though, because we had McNiven on the first series. We had Jorge Jimenez on the second series. I don't know who this guy is, but like when I look at especially this one where he's like feeding him the chicken, dude, I do not like this. This looks like one of Eric July's 3D model people.
Whoa.
Wait, what? Whoa,
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The guy standing here, like that looks like you just kind of, I don't know. It doesn't look great. Now, Nemesis' eyes, like you said, how he does the eyes really convey a sense of insanity and just evil and intensity. But like for a lot of these other ones, I was like, man, this looks like a 3D model video game.
No, that's Rook Exodus.
No. Rook Exodus is a video game. This looked like 3D model video games.
Okay.
Like this.
Oh, I love it. Look at that.
Come on.
Love it. Yeah. Love it.
This looked good.
Love it.
I mean, this person's clearly modeling after Gary Frank. You can see a lot of Gary Frank.
Yeah.
And the faces and the way the cross hatching kind of is and the shading.
Yeah.
Like, I get that's who I get out of this 100%.
I could see that. This was intense though. This what's his name?
Ra's al Ghul.
Ensi or Baba. Ra's al Ghul.
Hey,
that's
Lazarus Pit.
Ra's al Ghul and Lazarus Pit. It's easier to say than Saoirse? Saoirse?
Sam Hain.
Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Sam Hain.
But the Inshir Baba guy is like, it's going to take 50 sacrifices a day for the next couple months.
Yep.
To bring you back to life. I'm like, my God. And he's only asking 50 mil? All right.
Sold.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, this was great. This was excellent. Mark Millar can do no wrong with Nemesis, man, which is why I'm hesitant about the sidekick. But like I said, I know that Mark Millar can do no wrong. And it's like, I guess I just have to trust in the man.
That he'll kill the sidekick, obviously, because it's just a means to an end.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool. Yeah. Josh says I'm smoking crack.
That's probably
and yet he's the one who's correcting me on how to say Saoirse. Saoirse. Good stuff all around, though. 4 stars for you. 4 stars for you. Now, let's get to this week, shall we? Because I think those were all the books fit to print. Let us discuss From the Ashes, A New Beginning. The Uncanny X-Men are back. Rogue, Gambit, Wolverine. Guys, can't miss, right?
It's impossible.
Oh,
this was wildly meh. This issue was just wildly meh.
As in bad.
It's one of those things where it didn't really have anything that was truly cringe-inducing, like NYX or X-Men or Phoenix. It had a couple moments where it's like, well, I'll say this real quick. It's not an exciting comic. It's not very action-packed. There's actually a lot of sitting around, a lot of talking, a lot of eating, and it just meh. I mean, the cool moments are here at the very beginning with this chick, turning the Xavier Institute into a prison.
The cool moments? You said the cool moments?
Yeah.
I mean, this book has no action in it. This is the most action we get out of the entire book. And I'd say this would probably be the coolest of the moments. But
I guess
woman...
I hate dragons. I don't care for dragons. That didn't do anything for me. But
oh no, I mean, this doesn't do anything for me either. But especially because when you realize, like, why are they here? What is it they're trying to do? Why did they need to steal the eye of Agamotto? Why does the eye plays no part in the story later in the issue?
The other eye of Agamotto.
Yes, yeah, because he keeps a spare.
Always nice to have a spare.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, 2 is 1 and 1 is none, so Doctor Strange should know that.
Yep.
All right. Well, Drew. Okay, so you thought that the warden woman who is turning the X Mansion into a high security prison facility for mutants.
Yep, I dug it. I can go with that. Makes sense to me. They've had it coming. Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, it's like, come on, you guys have had it coming. But after this, it's like you said, with this, meh. I mean, yeah, like you said, this is the most action we get out of the whole damn book. I mean, you get Gambit and Rogue doing their thing. Rogue just talking like a 40-year-old, 50-year-old woman. It's like, okay, sure, whatever. Gail Simone's writing her. It was cool seeing that one panel. It was romantic seeing that. I mean, granted, what Rogue says, I don't understand what the fuck that means. I've been trying to understand what the hell that means. It's like my sexuality is 100%.
X-Men.
What the fuck does that even mean? it's like you know what happens to a toad when he gets struck by lightning? It's gonna happen to everything else. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, nothing about this is like offensively bad, but I can't recommend the book, nor would I even give it really
No.
a meh, honestly.
No, I guess I would barely give it a meh, barely.
Yeah. There's so many things wrong with the fact that they are like, well, first of all, the story is completely disjointed. I mean, you go from it's just and then this and then this and then this happens and then this happens and then this happened. There's no real cohesive through line or story. The dialogue is passable. I think out of everything, if I were to give this book a positive, it would be the dialogue and some of the art. But I mean, yeah, for the most part, though, the story is just nonsensical. You're going from like one place to another without any knowledge of what's happening or what their purpose is or what the goal is. You're introducing characters that may have significance later, but we really don't know.
Cancer Kid. They go to the Make-A-Wish kid.
Hey!
Hey, they're
thing.
likable. You have to like the X-Men because they go to see a cancer kid. So
This was so confusing to me. They go to see the cancer kid. They go to see the Make-A-Wish kid.
Yep.
Rogue is sitting there with no gloves on. That
she wants to kill him.
I mean, that's the thing. That never happens. Rogue knows better than that. She's been doing this for decades.
Yeah, she wants to kill him.
I guess so.
She's like, here, take this from me. Here, you want something? Oh, no.
She's like, hey, buddy, I'll shake your hand. Yeah.
Take away the
But
pain.
even like Wolverine, he says something like, no monitors? And he's like, I ain't so sure. Where's his parents? Best call him back, Doc. Hurry. So he knows that Rogue is about to kill this kid?
Yeah, exactly. Like Rogue's gonna kill him. Like otherwise, I can sniff that his cancer is gonna kill him in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, like he's about to have a stroke.
Like,
Yeah.
He's got he's got cancer. Oh no, that's not good. He's gonna be dead soon.
This poor kid who's hooked up. He's like, that's cancer, all right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how could you tell, Wolvie?
Wow,
Thanks,
wow, genius.
Duh. Your superpowers are at it again, buddy.
You solved it, man.
You did it. You solved the mystery. There's a reason why we need you on the team.
Yep.
Captain Obvious.
Yeah. But okay, so yeah, Drew, did you get this as well? Kyle and I were kind of talking about this. So I'm trying to rationalize this in my brain. Rogue is sitting there without her gloves on, knowing full well what she's able to do with her powers. Wolverine says, hey, Doc, you better get the parents here quick. So does Wolverine know that Rogue is going to kill the kid? Or does he just think that something's bad is going to happen due to his sniffing, like his senses? I genuinely, I don't know.
I would like to think with his senses, he can tell the kid is going to die. I know he can tell the kid's going to die. He can smell it. But I don't think he knew that Rogue was going to kill him.
Because the only explanation for why this kid dies like now is because they very intentionally show that he grabs her hand.
Yep.
So she kills the kid.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. 100%.
And Wolverine knew it. It's premeditated.
I was about to say, wait, Wolvie, you knew, dude.
Exactly. And he said, call the parents.
Call her parents.
Or
call this kid's parents.
Yeah.
Best call him back, Doc. Hurry. Why is he not being like, Rogue, you better move away from this kid?
Yeah, it's a bad look.
It's a bad look on the X-Men.
We kind of want people to like us, kind of, again. Maybe.
Yeah.
Nope. And you killed the kid. You killed
not only killed a kid, you killed a cancer kid.
Yeah, like
guys,
come on.
This is not a good look.
Ouch.
And then he says they're coming. You have to help them. One of them is the Endling, which is also what the dragon said. So now we're getting into territory that's like, okay, so there's some connection here, but we don't know what now. But before you know, we go on to like what that could potentially mean. They get the news that the kid is in fact dead. So Remy, Wolvie, and Rogue go out into the countryside where they have to kind of like process what's happening, and they just kind of process their depression and trauma. And man, it's sad. This is a sad comic.
That's what
It's
women
a sad, it's a sad, boring, depressing comic.
Yeah.
do. Wolverine would never sit around talking about his feelings. That's fucking gay. Like, no, that's what chicks do. How do you feel? How does that make you feel?
That's what
Let's go.
60-year-old women do.
Yeah, let's just sit around
Yeah.
and like talk about stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, he's got beer, so I mean, maybe he's gonna stay, and he's with his friends, so it's like, okay, we'll stay with them. But no, you're right. Normally, when Wolvie has to deal with internal stuff, he leaves. He goes back to Canada or Madripoor. He's like,
And I want
He
to
didn't-
fight something. I want to fuck something, and I
Right.
want to drink the whole place I'm at dry.
maybe I'll do all three at the same time.
God willing.
Fight the person, or I'll fuck the person that I'm fighting, and then
Yeah.
I'll drink while doing.
Well, I'll do it.
But yeah, no, but this is just, man, it's so sad. So, Uncanny X-Men, everyone, yay! We killed the Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah. Support us.
Oh,
We're your heroes.
support us. Yeah, we're here to help
really
you.
heroes. We swear we're
Yeah.
heroes.
Yeah.
Hey, those
Or
medical
they do the
bills were only
mutant sign.
climbing. So, yeah,
They're
so
like-
we did everybody
Oh.
a favor by killing
Oh,
them early.
Max, don't forget, we get the surprise appearance of the brand new, stunning, and amazing X-Men at the very end of this.
Oh no. Okay. So y'all are not going to believe this. Actually, you probably will believe this. But just in case you thought that Uncanny X-Men was going to be about Rogue, Gambit, and Wolvie, no. You guessed wrong. It's about these turds. Because you know that the reject Gen Z TikTok gang, you know that they are now going to be the focal point of the book. And oh, wouldn't you know it? Issue number 2, look at the cover. They're center page.
Mm.
So
And
yeah.
Wolverine looks
Bait
like a
and
bitch.
switch.
Of course.
Yeah. Bait and switch to
absolute
me.
bait and switch. Yep. They are going to be the focal point of the Uncanny X-Men. So
Is
yeah,
the
I mean,
horse a
this
mutant? Is the horse a mutant?
no, the woman is in, or maybe the horse is is a man mutant, but the
it's a
woman,
man, right?
I think the horse is a mutant. It's the woman who's just like looking after the mutant horse.
just okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, this looks terrible. I mean, this guy looks like he's straight off the Acolyte show.
Yep.
This guy looks like, yeah, actually, they both kind of look like they're straight off the Acolyte show.
God, they look fucking retarded. Like, can Wolverine just kill them?
That'd be cool. But yeah, this is the audience that they're trying to garner. Is this like Zoomer, like Gen Z, diverse, BIPOC, gender ambiguous, sexual,
Yeah, it's
whatever.
the new warriors. You got
Yeah,
Snowflake,
100%.
you got Safe Space.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
It's
should
just
all be on their phones, TikToking. What the hell?
Yeah. It's so pathetic. Like, this isn't Uncanny X-Men. Nothing about this is Uncanny X-Men. So
Mm.
yeah, just another failure. So that's why I say this is absolutely a skip it and not even a meh. I'm sorry, but can't give it a meh.
Yeah, you
do
can't
it
kill a Make-A-Wish kid in your book and
and
expect
expect
to be
a,
heroes.
and expect a meh. Yeah. Oh, her power is that she has a telepathic bond with her horse. All right.
The gayest.
Yeah, do they have like a
Wait,
relationship?
just a horse? Just the
Yeah, I was
horse?
like,
You
is it
can only...
all animals?
Yeah. That
Huh.
seems oddly specific. I can only talk to this horse.
What's the QR page? I don't know. Did you guys check what the QR page was?
Yeah, it's like
no.
it's like something to do with Scott, and there's like a narration. And I don't understand the context of it.
Oh, you know what? Maybe the pirate site did add it. I think it's it's this. I think it's got to be this, right?
Yes, that is it. And I'm like, I don't understand what the context of this is, what they're trying to say.
Dumb. Oh well. Uncanny X-Men, guys! Yay!
It's uncanny.
Yay!
Oh, it's uncanny, all right.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, Josh just sent me a photo. Her name is Becca Constance Simone Pinette. Mutant power, psychic connection with her horse, Ember. First appearance, Uncanny X-Men #1, August 2024.
Wait, so the one who wrote it is Gail Simone, and the name Simone is in this character's name?
That's what it looks like.
Wow.
Here's the card.
So-
Here's the proof.
Oh, Simone is the
Becca-
horse. Okay, got it. He's
Becca
got, the horse has
Constance
red hair.
Simone.
Okay, yeah, so she wrote herself as the horse. Okay, got it.
Yep, got it.
Oh,
Yeah, red
oh,
hair.
Gail,
That's all
don't be
right
so
there.
hard on yourself.
It's eating Olive Garden breadsticks, Max. Can't you see it? Come on.
Yep.
Alejandro, more breadsticks. I said more breadsticks. But ma'am, you've had a lot tonight. I said more breadsticks. God, what a pathetic excuse for an uncanny X-Men comic.
Mm.
Ugh. That's so sad. Especially when, like, hold on. Let me pull up the real Uncanny X-Men. Especially when you have, what is it, 274? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Off the dome, like I'm a like I have autism. But yeah, this is what Uncanny X-Men used to be. Look at that.
Wow, we were.
Mhm.
Wow. Oh, I was talking about Fury. I mean, look at all those pouches.
Hell yeah.
Smoking a stogie. Oh,
He's blowing those rings.
who did the
And
who
he's
did the
a
idea?
white. Nick Fury is a white.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, he's one of those. Gross. But yeah, like this is just badass to the max. Look at all these little gadgets and little missiles and flamethrowers and
little
things on his
doodads and
uniform.
gizmos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got Savage Land Rogue all over our boy
Mm.
Magneto. I mean, gosh dang.
I'd be all over him
And-
too.
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
she likes the Silver
How
Fox.
could you not? Look
Yeah.
at this guy. But the interiors look great. Yeah, this is a sick book.
Mm.
Was Jim doing the interiors of this too?
Yes, he was. That was
Of course
Jim
he
as well.
was.
Really?
Look how perfect it is. Of course it's Jim Lee.
I was gonna say it kind of blows, but
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, because we get the new team in their costumes in that next issue, right?
275, baby. My
Yeah.
favorite X-Men issue of all time. 275. The
Really?
best
Oh, I
ever.
didn't know that.
Yes. Yep, 275. Best issue ever.
Oh, look at that. Why is this the best issue ever?
It gives you everything you want. It gives you every X-Men. They're fighting the fighting the Starjammers. You got every X-Men in uniform, and they're
Wow.
taking down. I love it. Got man, so many great
Look at
splash
that.
page moments. It's fantastic. It's a terrific issue.
It is such a juxtaposition. It is so wild to read Uncanny X-Men 2024 and then to just like pick a random issue from Uncanny X-Men like 1990s and just be like, "Oh, so this is what comics used to be." Okay, I get it now. Like,
It's exactly
is
the
the-
same thing. I don't see a difference.
okay. Well,
Oh, I think you missed
sorry.
one of the coolest. I think you missed a cool two-pager, Max. If you scroll down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe it's a little bit further down. It's like you get to see. Yeah, there it is, right there. Love it.
a little closelier.
Look even closer.
Yeah, Gladiator is sick, man. I've always liked him a lot.
Me too. As a kid, I like so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a cool concept design.
Mhm.
Yeah, an X-Men animated series. You see him show up, and he just makes quick work of Juggernaut, just launching him into the ocean.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, you really kind of get everything with this. Get a little bit of everybody in here. There's another one. I think it was it 76 or oh, that's a beautiful one too. Oh yeah, Wolverine versus Gambit. I was looking at this the other day because I was like, have Wolverine and Gambit fought before? And yeah, it was in 277. I think this is their first fight, by the way.
Key.
Yeah,
It's a
pretty much.
key.
Hey, Kyle, where are your keys? Come on. Keys.
Downstairs.
All right, sorry. We do have other comics to go over, unfortunately, because I'm just like I could look at these all night. So, yeah, this is right before Extinction Agenda, then the Blue Gold stuff. Yeah, Gladiator is so effing cool, man. I do like Corsair as well. He's got that pirate look to him.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Starjammers. Love it.
So we also read, unfortunately, Absolute Power. One big fart in the wind. Kyle's all excited to talk about this. What'd you think about this one?
Hated it.
Oh man. How could you be so wrong with something like this? Like how could you fuck up so royally with like a title like this and a huge event and this momentous thing? And I was reading this book. I was trying to stay awake while trying to read this book and act like I cared. And I'm just listening to this fucking bullshit back and forth with Amanda Waller and her dumbass team of losers.
And not just that, Kyle. It's like they expect us to think that Dreamer is never not going to betray Amanda Waller at any point. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? This has been telegraphed from the prelude that she's going to be betraying Amanda Waller. She's not going to go along with it.
Yeah.
It's like,
every time she asked her to do something, she's always like, oh, I guess so, sure. It's like, huh. All right. I wonder who's going to betray their evil team of A-listers over there. It's like somehow they're going to get duped. It's like, oh no. We have female Brainiac Queen and all these other fucking losers. And and then you get the what I thought was the most interesting. We get a Nightwing speech, a rah-rah night queen. And I'm like,
so I texted you guys about this because I'm very curious. I even texted Josh because I know Josh is a big Night Queen. He loves the Night Queen. So I said, Josh, is this in character for Nightwing? But I want to hear y'all's take, and then Josh, Josh can speak on it as well. But so yeah, what was y'all's basically the chat for context? All of the heroes are kind of boarded up in the Fortress of Solitude, and they're trying to figure out who the leader is. Superman is too weak. Batman is too demanding. Wonder Woman is too passive. Like everyone has their own little things, or they're like fighting.
Stupid.
And so
it is
so
stupid.
It's dumb.
Honestly, I see it as a Max. I see it as Mark Waid saying, like, you know what? The Titans are really the superheroes of this thing. It's not Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman. That's what it comes across as. Am I wrong? That's what it feels like. He's saying that the Teen Titans are the real heroes of this. Nightwing is the real hero of this.
It comes across as pandering, and it comes across as like we're the young generation that's gonna like fix all these problems that like all the boomers started for us, or so. It comes across as really meandering and pandering. That's how I felt. But
it has a problem of we have to depower Superman, so he obviously can't be the de facto leader. But then we also have to assume Wonder Woman can't be taken seriously as a de facto leader. And then we also have to assume that Batman wouldn't be the de facto leader of this group of people, or that anybody around them would be listening to the big three. It's like you still have Superman there, you still have Wonder Woman, and you still have Batman. And the fact that you think that all the heroes wouldn't be listening to those three, and then Night Queen has to stand up and be like, everyone listen to me. We need to lead. I'm going to lead the way. And I know what's right because I was a teen Titan. And you guys need to stop fighting with each other. And I'm going to lead us. It would just be like, shut the fuck up. Like,
No,
anyway,
you know,
Batman.
Honestly, it would have worked. That speech would have worked if Batman were taken out of the picture, if Superman were still incapacitated, and Wonder Woman was, I don't know, on Themyscira diddling Tom King. But that was when it would have worked. But in this instance, no, because Batman is the master strategist. He would be coming up with ways to make it out of this right now. Currently, he would not be arguing with Mr. Terrific over who should be the leader. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
There's a way to do this. And what Mark Waid presented, no, there we go. Josh just said that. Yeah. So you take them out of the picture for this to work, for Nightwing to step up. What's presented here doesn't work.
You have to have failsafe taking over Batman or Zur-En-Augh affecting Batman's judgment, and then people being like, you are compromised. We can't trust you right now. So we need the next best Batman, which is Nightwing. We need you to step up. But that's kind of what it has to be. There has to be some way for them to be like, listen, you are the best option we have right now. Batman is compromised. You have to step up and you have to fill that role. And then it's him being reluctant, Superman, Wonder Woman, somebody else saying, no, let's listen to this guy. He may know how to actually solve this thing. You can do it. That's how you build that character up, not just him asserting himself when all of these other tested heroes that people would be listening to already. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and the opening of this, I really wish, another thing they held back, they pulled on this, and I'm pretty pissed about this. Ooh. I really wish they would have shown the heroes at the opening pages that they're all being beaten, they're all being like really just, we're really seeing them being they're in serious pain is being inflicted on the heroes. Like they are really like they're the absolute lowest, but we don't really see that. We just see them kind of lying on the ground or walking in chains. That's it. Like, you guys are really pulling your punches on this. You want us to buy in on this and you're not going for it? Fuck you. You know, I got more out of Wolverine fighting vampires than this. All right? This sucks.
Speaking of which, DC is bringing back DC versus vampires again because vampires haven't been done to death already by Marvel and DC.
Nope.
So, all right. So we got, I'm holding back because I'm going to agree with Josh here in the chat, but I'm going to show that in just a second. What do you think about?
All right, got it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I agree with all you guys, but I just think that this is how it came across to me, but I didn't know. I've not read as much Nightwing as you guys or as Josh has. So I was like, this is how it comes across, but what do you guys think? And sure enough, this is what Josh had said. He says the monologue came across as a soy boy libtard trying to do a rally, love, peace speech to ramp people up for war. Bruh, sit down. You're going to get us killed. And that was, he literally goes, point of personal privilege. Like he stands up while all the adults are talking and has to give this like, when heroes fight, we fight the evil that wants to be the authority against the they're the meanies against the weak, and we fight against that. And I was like, dude, we're talking tactics, stratagems. We need a plan. We don't need a rah-rah speech right now, you know? But then I wanted to ask you guys, what did y'all think about Batman saying, that's my boy or whatever? Or no. Isn't that,
that's what he said. That's my boy.
That's my boy.
Yeah, retarded, fucking stupid. It's like,
you didn't like that? Okay.
Like, he wouldn't say that.
He would not say that at all. That's my boy.
So you know we can hear you, right? Like,
yeah.
He's
like, that's a Zack Snyder joke. That's like when Superman goes, well, I knew you didn't like me or something like that. And he goes, well, I didn't not like you or whatever. And you're like, Yeah, no, so that's my boy.
Fuck you, Batman.
It's giving white guys for Kamala.
I gotta say, some of the best memes lately have been the white guys for Kamala. Just like all like
Yes.
the images of guys with
Soy
their
boy
pants
cucks.
yeah, guys with pants down around their legs, and it's like,
Yeah.
Guys for Kamala.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So it was really hard to follow. At least for me, it was really hard to follow overall. Just way too much stuff going on at like 3 different times. The villains like crash into the Fortress of Solitude. They're immediately like taking superheroes out. It just seemed like a mess to me. The one good thing that I will say is Dan Mora's art continues to be brilliant, and at some points like some of the best in his career. It's like, and I say this every single time I look at a Dan Mora comic, but I have to say it every time. He continues to get better. It's incredible. The dude is just he's a god when it comes to artwork. So
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. It's like John Kent. He should have looked more horrific. He didn't look horrific enough. Honestly, that should have been a terrifying, truly terrifying moment. Once again, I felt like they pulled their punch. I really feel, and I'm going to say that about this whole event. DC, Mark Waid, Dan Mora, they're all pulling their punch on the brutality of this, the seriousness of this, and like the horrificness of this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna give this a skip it. The whole Absolute Power series has not been great. I don't know. What are you guys giving this?
It's skip it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Do you guys want to do? Let's. Okay. I don't have the energy to talk about this. It's awful. I mean, what would we expect?
It's
so
bad.
terrible.
It is so bad.
I mean, like
start to fucking finish. Well, this cover to cover is bad and wrong on every level.
On everything.
Yeah.
Bad. I mean, completely nonsensical, discombobulated, disorienting, makes zero sense, but it still has the dumb bimbo slut humor because it's Leah Williams. So of course, and the only thing that she has going for her are 2 things, and they're on her chest. So it's like, we have nothing here. This is not a comic book. This is not a story. These aren't characters. The punchline of the book is the villain is a jacuzzi hot tub streamer on Twitch.
I was just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, this is what we're doing?
I was legitimately, it takes a lot for me to actually be baffled by something like that. And I was like, holy shit, she's a literal Twitch streamer, OnlyFans.
Yeah. Yep. And a hot tub stream. I'm like, that's what we're doing here.
That's what we're doing. Leah Williams, that's what you're good for, I guess. Like, I'm baffled by how bad this was. I can't think of a good thing about it.
Me either. And I read this, and then I hilariously read Gun Honey. And Gun Honey is just as bad in the sense that it takes place at the Paris Olympics.
No,
she's going to try to be competing in the Paris Olympics.
No way.
Yep.
Wait.
Yep. That's how topical that gets.
Wow. So that's like meta.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I love the cover, but
sure.
Was it good in terms of, or like, was it bad in terms of like, it's funny bad?
No, that's the problem. It's not hysterical like the other series. Turned out it was. Much like The Room, where you don't realize it's like you think you're making something serious, but in fact it's fucking hysterical, which is what that one. This, it feels like, oh, we're trying to be stupid funny and really leaning into this. It's like, no, you're trying too hard.
Oh yeah, when you do comedy and you try too hard but fail, it's the worst. That is like a sin. I do love this though. The Finest Kind of Pulp Noir by Ed Brubaker.
Oh
finest.
man.
Yep, the finest.
Man. I guess he didn't read it and he just looked at the cover and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's the finest."
Oh,
That's one hell of a paycheck they gave him.
Yep.
By the way, look at this awful, awful finger discipline. Get your finger off the trigger. Gosh,
What? That's what you're supposed to do.
it's like people don't know how to handle guns or something.
At least she's pointing it down.
No. She's gonna have a negligent discharge and just pop
What?
herself in the foot.
Have you not seen how her discipline is with everything and everyone?
I believe it. I mean, it's the finest noir,
Yeah, she knows
finest
how to
kind
handle
of
a
pulp
gun
noir. So, yeah,
with both
she
hands.
does.
She can handle a gun with both hands.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all right. I'd like to see that. I'd like to put that to the test. But yeah, this was atrocious. Who was it? Gabe from Comical Opinions wrote an actual review of this. We don't have time to go over it tonight, but it was like perfect. Like it was so on point. He let him have it. He didn't hold back. I think he gave it like a 2.5 or maybe a 3 out of 10.
Too high.
I mean, this book is insulting to comic book readers. This is the Fire and Ice of the new Gotham's, series stuff.
Yep.
This is terrible. So
Really bad. Awful.
yeah. Drew, did you have any thoughts on this, or just kind of echoing how Kyle and I feel about this bad boy?
It's echoing how you guys feel about it. I know I've said it before, but I really shouldn't be at this point. It's shocking that comics like this are produced, and they're expecting everyone's going to fall in love with them. That they're not going to come across as condescending in any way. Not going to come across as silly, but they're condescending. They're fucking stupid. They're ridiculous, and they should not have been made in the first place. It should not be allowed at this point. And it's insulting to the characters, and it's insulting to their readers.
Oh, it's insulting to the female fans, absolutely. Like Sasha from Casually Comics, like I think she reviewed Exterminators, which was another Leah Williams book, and she's like, women don't only like catty horror women talk to each other this way. Like intelligent, well-respecting women who like read comics like don't say this kind of stuff. So even she was just basically like, this is insulting to me as a woman. Which, like, rightfully so. Like, these are caricatures of Leah's dream. I genuinely don't even know.
Of her loser dipshit friends and how they talk to each other.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. She's just embodying that.
Okay.
Let's go to a good one though, because we've had 2 skip-its in a row, I think. Because I'm definitely skipping Gotham City Sirens.
Oh yeah.
I am recommending Wolverine Deep Cut though. Man, I don't know about you guys, but this was the Wolverine book I wanted in issue 1.
Oh. Really now?
I will say the art is terrific in this.
Yeah. You didn't like the story?
No, the story is good.
Yeah.
The story is good. I mean, I enjoyed issue 1 more than issue 2. I like issue 1 more because it was Wolverine versus Sabretooth in issue 1, which was fucking awesome. That's what I wanted. And this one is he's fighting the Marauders, and you understand why he fights them. You know what they've done to the X-Men in the past, and it's all right.
All right, he says. I thought this was great, man. I thought this was super cool because, like, Wolverine, Sabretooth, we've seen it thousands of times. They even make a joke in it with it in Deadpool and Wolverine. You know, we've been waiting a decade for this fight. You know, people have been waiting decades for this fight. But the Marauders, that's a cool team. Like, I would never expect Wolvie to try and fight the Marauders. Like, because all of them together, that's a tough fight. But man, he gets like brutal. He kills one of them. He kills
Killed a
this
guy.
one. Yeah, Brick killed a guy. I saw that, Brick. You might want to lay low for a little while. And yeah, no, this like the art is fantastic.
Some of the fights later on, they feel kind of stiff. Some of the paneling and some of the fights,
Yeah,
they felt a little. This specific, it just feels
just and very bland, just not very dynamic.
Like it's just,
hey,
yeah, you're shadow fighting.
Yeah.
I
did like though when they kind of come together because they basically attack him at full strength, but they start messing with his body, his makeup, and this was like Cronenberg, H.R. Giger,
fucked up, yeah.
Just I was like, oh my god, this like looks like Hellraiser. But this was sick, man. Like this was just so creative. I just found it fascinating. I was like, how is he going to get out of this, right?
Indeed.
But thankfully, his healing factor kicks in, and he's able to get back up. But now the question is he going to kill everyone? All the clones? Bum bum bum.
And could you blame him?
No. I mean, he's killed people before. You kill all these guys too, right? I don't know.
I would.
All right, let's kill some people.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd give this a recommend for sure. And rightfully so. I mean, this has 64 people out of 64 liked it with a 4.3 average rating. So I mean, again, it is League of Comic Geeks, so I guess that doesn't mean anything, but
yep, they are a bunch of geeks.
This should be the Wolverine like solo series, not the Saladin Ahmed, right? He's doing the solo series.
Is that who's doing it?
I think so.
Yeah, Saladin Ahmed. He's doing the main ongoing. So,
From the Ashes.
Yay.
Yeah, no, Claremont and Salazar. That's who should be on the main one. But nope. Or Claremont and Fareed Karami. Hey.
Oh.
I think we're probably gonna have to call it there because I know there were a couple other ones. There was Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood, Venom War, and then Spider-Man Reign 2, number 2. Just real quick, Venom War, recommend, meh, or skip it.
Tear that fucker. Tear it to pieces. It is terrible. I hated that comic.
Wow. Worst of the week for you?
Yes. Absolute worst of the week.
More than Gotham City Sirens?
Yes.
Wow. Whew, okay. I did also hate it, but I would rip Gotham City Sirens. I would just skip Venom War. But yeah, Drew, I think you said there are going to be 33 crossovers. Is that right?
That is right. 33 crossovers. And this event is not ending until December.
Oh my god, dude.
December.
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. These events, man. Especially with Venom War. All right. It lessens the impact of Venom. Because like Venom should just be one character. That's why it's cool, not thousands of different symbiotes. I know, right?
They were in a wrestling ring, though. That was fun.
Yeah.
It's completely out of context. It makes no fucking sense.
No, not at all.
I don't understand what Al Ewing is doing here. He just comes across as an idiot writing this, and he doesn't understand what cool is. He doesn't understand what fucking Venom is.
No, but wrestling's cool.
Kids
Pile
like that.
Yeah. Ugh, yeah, Venom War was terrible. Skip it.
Yes.
Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood?
I didn't read it.
Oh.
Nope.
Drew, skip it?
Skip. I didn't read it.
Man, I would skip it. I keep thinking that one of these Black, White, and Blood series is going to hit, but none of them do. I keep getting my hopes up.
Keep trying.
I know, right? Spider-Man Reign 2, number 2. Recommend, may or skip it?
Recommend. Love it. Absolutely loved it.
Didn't read it, but I wasn't a fan of issue 1, so
Yeah, I remember you really did not like issue number 1.
it's weird.
See, you were the minority in that position because Drew and I really liked issue 1. So
Yes.
yeah, I would recommend this. I thought it was really good. The art by Carrie Andrews, just chef's kiss. I mean, the Carrie, he's crushing it with that. So that's a lot of fun.
Oh.
And then I'd also recommend Cyberforce. Didn't get a good score, but these guys were like the talent hunt winners. And they got to illustrate and write this book. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I just wanted to shout them out because that's like, that's a pretty cool feat. And the fact that they got to write Aphrodite 9 and a Cyberforce character, I thought that was cool. And I just love Top Cow. So there you go.
Sweet. Gunslinger was dog shit.
Ooh, Porque.
The art is trash. The fat Mexican chick is just
she's still there.
And when I was reading this, when she was kind of like at the beginning of this, I'm like, oh no, they're not gonna make her like a secret like Spawn person now, are they? Please God, no, don't make. I don't think they are. I don't know if they are doing it yet, but that fat chick is still involved in this. And I'm just like, oh my God, stop making this a thing. God.
That's so interesting. There are it got a 92 or it had a 92 right now, but there are like no comments. Or like reviews or ratings or anything. Only 12 of only 13 people rated it. So it doesn't even seem like they're collecting it. 3,000 people have it on their pull list, but only 13 actually rated it.
I mean, it's just gone off a cliff.
Yeah.
Story's trash. The art, not good at all.
Damn. Huh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, yeah, because Gunslinger was one of those books that even if the story wasn't great, you knew the art was going to be good. So
right.
And I didn't get to read Space Ghost. I do want to read that one next as well. But
same.
Yeah.
Did we have a best and worst? I think for me, best was Wolverine Deep Cut, and I think worst was Gotham City Sirens.
No.
Worst was for me clearly Venom War.
Venom War.
Yeah, best
Venom.
for me this week. Yeah, Venom. Best for me.
Uncanny X-Men?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. I've been in that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick a top book this week.
Yeah, this week sucked.
I think it was still better than last week, though. Last week it was nothing.
Yeah, we didn't do a best of the week, Wes and I. So yeah,
you couldn't. I mean, look at what you guys were given. What would you give it to? Tiny Onion book, or
of course you have to.
Or what's this guy's name again? A Ryan North book, or Ultimate Spidey book.
Well, you have to. Everyone's specking on it. You have to like that book.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Or a Blood Hunt.
Great ending.
Wait, we're at the end? It's finished?
I think so.
This was the final issue?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the last one. Yeah, it's because it's all leading into Doom War, whatever.
Yeah, because at the end of that, Doom becomes the Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh, spoilers.
You know, he's like, Doctor Strange, I need your powers. And Doctor Strange is like, okay, but you promised to give them back, right? And Doom's like, of course. It's like, Are you
Of
fucking
course.
idiot? Like, are you fucking stupid?
Like it's
Like,
Doom,
I
man.
mean,
Come on.
He's like, I have my fingers crossed. No
Would
vaccines.
I lie? Of course,
Yeah.
it's me. Would I lie?
Yeah, it's like, fuck off. Like, just an idiot.
You guys didn't read What If Donald Duck Became Wolverine?
No.
No, not yet. It's on my poll list.
You didn't? Oh, okay. I kind of figured.
I want all the Disney.
My LCS owner said that this is the first published work by Disney.
What?
Like solely by Disney or something. He said something like, yeah, like it's the first Disney comic book that's not like Marvel, quote unquote, even though it is Marvel. I don't know.
Tell him to stop smoking crack or whatever. It is.
I was like, what? It's
Put
a
the peace
first
pipe
of something.
down, bro. He's specking on books too. You see what he's trying to do?
Oh yeah,
Don't
he's trying to
let
go max.
He's trying to drag you down. Don't.
Nah, he wouldn't do that. This facsimile came out. It was a great
Hell
cover.
yeah.
This was the one that Andy was charging
Andy.
like $50 to sign. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oof.
Rightfully so.
yeah, because like all his other covers were like 5, 10, and then this one was like 50. I was like, whoo.
Pulling the
But-
Rob Liefeld.
You mean the Michael Golden?
Him too.
$40 for a
Yep.
for a little.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Nuke is right. Rottingham came out last week. I didn't get a chance to read it either.
Oh, it was good. It was really
I
good.
didn't either.
Damn. 4.7 average rating, 6 out of 6. That's awesome.
Ooh.
EV is doing his best to try and hold everything together, but it's not looking good. Only one more issue left.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah. Sweet. Hey, we know that guy. That guy was on our show not too long ago.
How about that?
How about that? All right. Well, I think that is all the news fit to print and also all the reviews that we can probably get in a 4-hour period of time. Unless you guys got anything else before we take off for the evening, I think that probably does it for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, just remind people, to tune in tomorrow morning for the aficionados for a big announcement. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yes, yeah, that's right. So if you guys want to hear a big announcement from Aaron and Drew, go check out the aficionados. I figure most of us normally watch aficionados anyway in the morning, Saturday mornings, but yes, if you guys want, please go check out aficionados tomorrow on the Thinking Critical channel, where they have the best in the biz talk about the comic book industry for 2 hours or so. But yeah, no, chat, you guys have been awesome tonight. Thank you so much to the members who are contributing to the success of this channel, and all of you guys who are watching and supporting. We love it. And all the super chatters and all that good stuff. But that should do it for this evening. We'll see you guys Sunday morning and then Sunday evening. But thank you all for being patient with us for the past 2 weeks. I know we've been gone, but we're back. And we tried to fit everything in that we missed into this show. So hopefully we were able to cover everything. And we just appreciate you guys being patient with us as we do life things, because every now and then life hits you and you got to roll with the punches. So
Word
up. Shout out. Speaking of shout out, we'll end the evening with this. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you on Sunday. Go check out Aficionados tomorrow morning, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Adapt or die. Thanks for the heads up. Sweet dreams, chilled. You took that like a champ.